From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of old-time radio detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. And now it's time for today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, the Bono Matter, parts 1 and 2.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Don Hancock, Johnny, Surety Mutual.
Hi, Don. What's on your mind?
Cui bono.
Qui who?
It's Latin, kiddo. Cui bono. Who benefits?
All right, I'll bite. Who does?
A little doll named Luann Parker down in Green Pass, Virginia. $100,000 worth, Johnny. Double indemnity.
Wow, what did she do? Answer the question?
She sure did, with a .38. 2 bullseyes right in her foster papa's heart.
Well, then if it's an open and shut case, you don't need...
Oh, it's that all right. She's the gal what done it. She admits it. But the coroner is about to call it an unavoidable accident. Seems little old Magnolia Blossom thought Papa was a prowler.
And what do you think?
Just what I said. Cui bono.
So?
I think you'd better put yourself on the payroll.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To the Home Office, Surety Mutual Insurance Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Cui Bono matter. Item 1, $78.45. Transportation and incidentals, Hartford to Green Pass, which was a village of some 12,000 people, hidden among quiet wooded hills, and located, as I discovered on arrival, some 3 miles from the railroad station.
Nice weather we're having.
Yeah, it's fine.
You from New York?
Well, near there, Hartford.
Bet you ain't been having weather like this up there.
No, it's been pretty cold.
You say your name was Dollar?
Yeah, Johnny Dollar.
I'm Jake Deagley. You here on business?
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't count on finding much here. Green Pass is what you might call a one-horse town. 1 hotel, 1 bank, 1 taxi, that's me, 1 newspaper.
And 1 county attorney.
Yep, just 1... Oh, and you've heard about our tragedy, about Dan Parker getting shot.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm an investigator for an insurance company.
I see. Well, it was a terrible thing. It was... Oh, doggone it. If old man Hawley don't fix up them fences, he's going to be short a cow one of these days. That's the 3rd time this week they've been out the road.
How do people around here feel about Dan Parker? Was he well-liked?
Well, he'd been re-elected for 5 straight terms.
No personal enemies?
Not a one. There ain't a man in Green Pass that... Hey, what difference does it make whether he was well-liked? You know how he was killed, don't you?
Yeah, I understand he was shot accidentally by his stepdaughter.
That's right. And what difference does it make whether he had any enemies?
Well, none, probably. But when an insurance company holds a policy as large as the one they carried on Dan Parker, They want to know the full circumstances surrounding the death.
Well, there ain't no mystery about it, Mr. Dollar. That poor girl took him for a burglar and shot him, that's all. And it mighty near broke her up.
Say, what about her, Jake? Is she well liked?
Well, let me put it this way. I'm 52 years old. I got a grandson, 17. And we're both in love with Luann Parker.
I see.
And there's 5,000 other males in Green Pass that feel the same way.
She get along all right with her stepfather?
They worshipped each other. She was all Dan had since Mrs. Parker died 9 years ago. They was thicker than thieves, them two. Rode horseback together, went fishing, took trips together.
Well, then it's understandable that she'd be pretty broken up.
It was terrible for her. She went clean out of her mind when she realized what she'd done.
So tell me, was Dan Parker a wealthy man?
No, fairly well-to-do for these parts, but no ways wealthy, the way you'd think of it in New York, for instance.
Then I imagine the Parker girl would think of $100,000 as being a pretty sizable fortune.
Mr. Dollar, let me give you a little advice.
Oh?
You got a job to do, fine. But if I was you, I'd be mighty careful how I went about doing it.
Why so?
Well, people up here in the hills are kind of standoffish at best. And if you go around hitting what you seem to be hitting at, you're going to get yourself a mess of trouble.
I don't deal in hints, Jake. All I'm trying to do is dig up all the information possible. Let the company know exactly what happened.
That sounds fair enough, Mr. Dollar. But you take my advice. Dig easy.
Jake Digley's one-man taxi service dropped me off at the town's one-man hotel. I signed in, and left my bags, and did a quick resume of the case which Don Hancock had given me in New York. I tried pumping the hotel proprietor, but when he found out who I was, he frosted up like a mint-julep on a sultry day. But he did tell me I could find the sheriff across the square at the town's one pool room. It turned out to be a one-man place, too. And at the moment, Sheriff Jim Peterson was the one man.
Well, glad to know you, Mr. Dollar. Just a second now. Watch me get that there 3-ball down there.
Good shot.
No, that was a setup. You couldn't miss one like that if you wanted to. Got something on your mind, sir?
Yes, I'm an insurance investigator. I'm here in connection with the Parker case.
I'll see. Doggone it. Well, I don't think I'd call it a case exactly. It was an accident. Ain't no mystery about it, far as I can see.
I didn't mean to imply that there was, Sheriff. As it stands now, this is a routine investigation, nothing more. I just like to get the facts, find out exactly what happened. In order to furnish my company with a report, they need to pay the claim. I'd appreciate your cooperation if you've got the time.
Oh, I got the time all right, sir. Yeah, how much you know about it?
Well, not much. Dan Parker, as I understand it, was your county attorney here. His stepdaughter, Luann Parker, who is the beneficiary under our policy, mistook him for a prowler, shot him, and killed him. Well, that's about it.
Well, the thing happened 3 nights ago. Dan been up to Richmond on business. He come back in on the midnight train. He walked down from the station.
Walked 3 miles at that time of night?
Well, it's a little over 2 to his place. It's outside of town a ways.
Well, that's still quite a walk. Why didn't he call this taxi driver, Jake Digley?
Yeah, well, he probably did try to, but Jake wasn't expecting any business, so he took a night off. He was out at Happy Hollow. See, that's a kind of a roadhouse about 5 miles up the highway.
Does Dan's daughter have a car?
Yeah, she does. But I figure he didn't want to bother her at that time of night. See, he wasn't due in till the next afternoon. But it appears like he finished up his business and decided to come on back at night without letting Luann know or anybody else. Now, let me see here.
Was he in the habit of coming back unexpectedly from trips?
No, I wouldn't say he was.
Well, go on.
Huh? Oh, well, Dan didn't take many trips. And when he did, he most always made arrangements with Jake or Luann to meet him at the station.
I see.
So, anyway, walked home that night, and he took a shortcut through the lane and come on in the back way across the terrace. And right there was his fatal act.
Oh, what do you mean?
He bumped against the lawn chair. And the sound woke up Luann. Then she heard him fumbling with the lock of the back door and heard him come on in the house. She took a .38 pistol from a drawer of her night table and went to the head of the stairs. When she heard him start up, she fired twice and killed him.
Mm-hmm. Were there any lights on in the house?
No, she was afraid to turn on any light. And I reckon Dan was trying to keep from waking her up.
2 shots, 2 bullets in the heart, firing down a stairway in pitch darkness. That's pretty good shooting, Sheriff.
Oh, well, she can outshoot me, Mr. Dollar. And I'm known as one of the best in these here parts.
Who taught her?
Well, Dan taught her himself. He figured a girl ought to be able to protect herself.
So tell me something, Sheriff. Did she have any reason to think it might be a prowler? Have you had any trouble of that kind around town?
Oh, 3 weeks ago, there was a house broke into over on the south side, and twice since then, Dan called me in the night to come out and take a look around his place.
Oh, why?
Well, seems Lou Ann thought she heard somebody trying to break in.
And did you find anybody?
Nope.
Was Lou Ann alone in the house the night of the shooting?
Well, Mary Jackson was there.
Who,
Well, she's been housekeeper for the Parkers for the last 15 years.
What's her version?
Same as I told you. She heard the shots, saw the lights in the hall come on, and heard Lou Ann scream, "Father."
How did the girl and her father get along?
Well, couldn't have been any closer. She pretty broke up about it. You talked to her yet, Mr. Dollar?
No, not yet.
No, I didn't think so.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, if you had, you wouldn't be asking a lot of these questions. Or at least you wouldn't be asking them in the way that you are.
What way, Sheriff?
Well, like you figured the Parker girl was actually guilty of something.
Well, she did pull the trigger, didn't she?
And with sufficient reason. She was nervous. She'd heard prowlers around before, or at least thought she did, which adds up to the same thing. She thought she heard somebody break in. She knew she couldn't count on Mary for any help. She had a gun, knew how to use it, so she got up her courage and done a natural and normal thing. She used it. And she'll regret her mistake the rest of her life.
Yeah, that's the way the picture seems to work out. At the moment, at least.
You got any reason to doubt it?
I get paid to doubt things, Sheriff, until I satisfy myself that there's no reason to doubt them. And that's all I'm trying to do. It's all the insurance company expects me to do. I'm not out to pin anything on this girl or to get out of paying her claim, provided it's legitimate.
It is.
Well, then she's got nothing to worry about. If the thing happened as you just told me it did, then I have as much sympathy for her as you do. It'll be a pretty rough memory to live with. I just want to be sure, that's all.
All right, Miss Dollar. You look around. You talk to people. Ask any questions you have a mind to, but you're going to come out right back where you started at.
You're probably right.
Dan and me'd been friends for years. Good friends. Now, if I thought there was the slightest doubt about this, I would be the first one to kick up a fuss and go after the truth.
Even if the evidence pointed toward Lou Ann Parker?
No matter where it pointed to.
Well, now, look, I want to talk to the housekeeper and to Miss Parker herself, and I'd like to attend the coroner's inquest if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind, but you're a little late.
Huh?
It was held this morning.
What was the verdict?
Death by misadventure, unavoidable accident, with no recommendation for prosecution.
I see. Would it be possible for me to see a copy of the transcript?
It would. I'll ring the coroner and tell him to expect you. But let me give you a little piece of advice, Mr. Dollar.
All right.
Folks in these here parts love that girl. So when you start walking around asking questions, walk easy.
I went over the coroner's report and found nothing. Lou Ann had been called as a witness and appeared to have answered all questions in a frank and a straightforward manner. I checked her school record. She was regarded as an unusually bright girl and had stood at the head of her class all through high school. She'd been elected cheerleader in her junior year, won the lead in the class play, had been chosen queen of the senior prom. She was the town's darling. They worshipped her. And I could see that casting any aspersions on her would be like an attack on the crown jewels. I began to feel like a peeping Tom, like a louse, like I was wrong. And yet, cui bono? Who benefits? 2 bullets in a man's heart and a $100,000 payoff. I had to be sure. Johnny Dollar.
Tom Bates, Mr. Dollar.
Tom.
I'm acting county attorney since Dan Parker's death.
Oh, yes. I was looking for you earlier.
So Sheriff Peterson said. What was it you wanted to see me about?
Didn't Peterson tell you why I'm in town?
Yes, of course. You're an insurance investigator. You're here in connection with Parker's accident.
Accident, did you say?
I thought the sheriff straightened you out on that.
He tried his best.
Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you any more.
Mr. Bates, are you in your office at the moment?
Yes, I am.
Stay there, then. I'll be right over. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location Green Pass, Virginia, to the Home Office, Surety Mutual Insurance Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Bono matter. Expense account continued. Item 4, 5 cents for a copy of the Green Pass Weekly Sentinel. I glanced through it as I walked across the square from the hotel to the courthouse. The big news, of course, was the tragic death of longtime county attorney Dan Parker. And 2 columns of the editorial page were devoted to eulogy and sympathy for the dead man's adopted daughter, Luann, who had mistaken her father for a prowler and shot him to death with his own gun. But neither the editorial nor the front page mentioned the fact that Luann, because of her mistake, stood to collect $100,000 worth of insurance.
Come in.
Are you Tom Bates?
That's right.
My name is Dollar. I just talked to you on the phone.
And I told you I had nothing to say.
Mind if I sit down?
Now, look here.
You look, Mr. Bates. I've been in the business of insurance investigation for quite a while. And I probably know the legal rules and responsibilities of your office about as well as you do.
Get out, Dollar.
Well, for 2 cents, that's exactly what I'd do. And if I did, you'd find yourself in a real tight spot.
What are you talking about?
The company would have a battery of high-powered legal eagles in town by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And they'd have a subpoena, a restraining order, an order to show cause so quick it'd make your eyes bug out. And that's where it would start to get embarrassing, Mr. Bates. When you tried to explain to the court why you were withholding evidence and refusing to cooperate.
What do you mean, refusing to cooperate? I haven't refused a thing.
It sounded that way to me.
I don't care how it sounded. Look, I know what you're up to. Peterson told me why you're here.
Oh?
You're out to muddy this thing up. You're trying to pin something on Miss Parker so you can get out of paying the insurance claim. And subpoena or no subpoena, you'll get no help from my office on a crooked deal like that.
Any reason for you to think something could be pinned on her, Mr. Bates?
Of course there's no reason. You saw the transcript of the coroner's inquiry, didn't you?
I did.
Well, did you find one single hint of suspicion anywhere in it?
No. Not much of anything else, for that matter. Are you always as gentle with your witnesses as you were with Miss Parker?
The girl was half out of her mind with grief, on the verge of a breakdown. We got the facts. What more do you want? Maybe we should have thrown her in jail, beat her up with a rubber hose, starved her till she thought of something to confess. Is that the way you'd have done it?
Oh, relax, Mr. Bates. You're not in a courtroom.
No, and by heaven, I'm not going to be. Not on this case. Because there's no reason.
How long have you been in love with the Parker girl?
Ever since I... What difference that make?
It might help to account for your attitude about this.
What is it you're thinking? That I'm helping her get away with something? Covering something up for her? Or that all of us are, maybe? Everybody at the inquest?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me too much, the way this whole town gets up on its high horse the minute you ask a simple question about the girl.
Well, what do you expect when you go around insinuating
Insinuating nothing, Mr. Bates. I haven't accused Miss Parker of a thing. I have no reason to. And regardless of what you think or Sheriff Peterson thinks, I didn't come here to frame her, to pin something on her. I want just one thing. The complete detailed story of Dan Parker's death, and I'm going to get it one way or another.
Well, nobody's trying to prevent you.
I'm glad to hear it. Then how about some cooperation?
What do you want to know?
How long have you been Mr. Parker's assistant?
Almost 3 years.
And now you automatically become county attorney, is that it?
Yes, until the next general election.
Do you intend to run for the office at that time?
Possibly. I don't see...
How did you and Parker get along?
Fine. Why?
Well, did he approve of your interest in his daughter?
Well, he certainly preferred me to... Well, anybody else in the running.
Who else is in the running?
Nobody, actually.
Are you engaged to her?
Not officially. She doesn't think she's quite ready to settle down.
Uh-huh. But if she had been ready, you think Mr. Parker would have welcomed you as a son-in-law, huh?
I think so. I didn't kill him, Mr. Dollar.
Ever have any arguments with him?
No. None of any importance.
Who were his enemies, Mr. Bates?
He didn't have any.
A county attorney without a single enemy? That's a little remarkable, don't you think?
That was the type of man he was. He'd usually let sleeping dogs lie. Easy going. Too much so, maybe. That was half the...
Half the reason the two of you argued? Is that what you started to say?
There were times when he should have gotten tough, or at least let me do it.
Well, you'll have your chance now.
And I'm going to take advantage of it. In one case at least.
Oh, what case is that?
The Happy Hollow Roadhouse. That place should have been closed 2 years ago. But Mr. Parker wouldn't hear of it. And the sheriff wouldn't touch it without Parker's okay.
Who runs it?
A dirty little... His name's Sammy Drake. A cheap 30-cent crook.
Why should the place be closed, Mr. Bates?
Because it's a menace to the community. Drake's got everything going out there, wide open. He ought to be run out of town. And before the month's up, he will be.
Was Drake a friend of Mr. Parker's?
Hardly.
Is Miss Parker acquainted with him?
She knows him, of course. In a town this small, everybody knows everybody else. Doesn't mean anything.
I see.
You see what? What are you driving at, anyway?
The complete, detailed story, that's all.
Fine. But what bearing does this stuff have on the story?
Oh, none, probably. The sheriff tells me Miss Parker is a dead shot with a pistol. Do you know if that's true?
Absolutely. She can outshoot me any day of the week, along with most of the other men in the county. That's one of the ironies of the thing. It was her own father who taught her to shoot.
Was she given a paraffin test the night of the accident to determine whether she'd fired a gun?
Of course not. In the first place, we're not set up for it. And in the second place, there was no doubt but what she had. The housekeeper heard the shots and ran out in the hall and saw her standing there with a gun in her hand. And she admits she fired him. What more do you want?
I guess that ought to satisfy any reasonable person. Well, thanks a lot for your cooperation, Mr. Bates.
You're welcome. I'll frankly admit I don't have the slightest idea what line of thought it is you're trying to follow.
It's the same one I've been following ever since I left Hartford. Do you know the Latin phrase, cui bono?
Sure. Means who benefits. It was an old principle of Roman law.
And it's still a good one. Who benefits here? Well, Luann Parker, of course, to the tune of $100,000. But maybe she's not the only one. There are different ways of benefiting, you know.
It still comes back to the same thing. She's the one who mistook her father for a prowler that night. She's the one who pulled the trigger and fired the shots that killed him.
Apparently so. But it's possible that somebody might have used her, Mr. Bates. Expense account, item 5, $6 even. Flat rate payment to Jake Deagley for a couple of hours' use of his battered old taxi. I stopped at the telephone office and I talked with the supervisor. I talked with the editor of the local paper and with a waitress who'd gone to school with Luann Parker, with a boy in a service station who'd dated her in high school. And all of their remarks fit the same picture. A sweet, fresh, all-American girl with an adored father who'd showered her with gifts and attention. And now her own personal tragedy was the town's public one, and they all wept for her. Not a fact out of line. So finally I decided I'd filled in the background enough for the moment, and it was high time I met the little princess face to face.
Yes, sir?
Good afternoon. I'd like to see Miss Parker, please.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but she ain't here.
Oh?
She's been staying in with Dr. Praley and his wife. Seems like she just couldn't face this place after what happened here.
Are you the housekeeper, Mary Jackson?
That's right, sir.
Well, I'd like to talk to you too, Mary, if you don't mind.
What about, sir?
Just a routine question or two. I'm with the insurance company that carries the policy on Mr. Parker's life.
Well, I don't think I ought to go around talking
Oh, it's quite all
about...
right. Sheriff Peterson and Tom Bates are both cooperating with me, so you can be sure there's nothing wrong about it.
Well, if them two say it's all right...
They do.
Then I reckon it is. Won't you come in, sir?
In a few minutes' conversation, I learned that Mary Jackson had practically raised the Parker girl and worshipped both her and her father. She showed me the terrace where Dan Parker had bumped into the chair and wakened both his daughter and Mary, the back door where he'd entered the house that night, and then finally the main stairway where the shooting had taken place.
When I heard the shots, all I could think was, oh, my poor baby, and I come running out in the hall.
Your room is the third door there, is that right?
Yes, sir. Well, Just then Miss Luann turned on the lights, that switch right there beside you, and I saw her standing here at the top of the stairs with a gun in her hand. Then we both looked, saw it was Mr. Parker. We run down there. Miss Luann tore off his tie and pulled his shirt open. But he'd already passed on.
Yeah, it must have been a terrible thing for both of you.
Yes, sir. It was.
Mr. Parker seems to have been a very generous man, especially with his daughter.
He'd always give her anything she wanted. Bought her another new car just last month.
Yeah, I saw it in the driveway. Well, this is a very attractive house. Must be worth $25,000, $30,000.
Mr. Parker bought it just 2 years ago. He thought with Miss Luann growing up, she ought to have a better place to live.
What's your salary here, Mary?
$95 a month, sir. And my keep, of course.
Wonder how he did it.
Sir?
Well, Dan Parker made $5,000 a year as county attorney. There's less than $600 in his bank account. The manager said it's never been much higher. And yet, this house, new cars, those clothes of Miss Parker's that you showed me, a $50,000 life insurance policy. How about that, Mary?
I don't know nothing about it, sir.
And still, with all this, they were always quarreling.
How'd you find that out?
Why, Mary? What did they quarrel about?
Well, it's only been the last 6 months, and it wasn't her fault. It wasn't like her. It was that Sammy that put those ideas in her head.
Sammy Drake, the fellow who owns the Happy Hollow?
And she was a restless one with nothing to do, and he took advantage of it. Filled her head full of crazy notions. I know it was him.
What crazy notions, Mary?
Oh, going off to New York, getting on the stage, or dancing in some nightclub. It's the only thing Mr. Parker ever refused her. But he sure put his foot down on that. He said the only way she'd do it would be over his dead body. Oh, sir.
Thanks, Mary. You've been a lot of help.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, the net tightens. A rat runs for cover. Then the whole thing blows wide open. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, I love this serial mainly because I love the Latin phrase, this sort of theme that goes throughout the series. In some ways, it's similar to another serial where Johnny's suspicious of a well-beloved young woman in a town for a murder. In this case, obviously she shot him. The question, of course, is intent, and so this is going to be a very interesting investigation. I think we got a hint that she wasn't quite as she seemed when they referenced the idea that that her stepfather gave her everything we wanted. We have a pretty instinctive sense that that is not a good thing. And so it'll be interesting to see how that develops through the rest of the series. Well, we turn to listener comments and feedback, and we begin with an email from Eric, who says, thank you very much for the work you do with Great Detectives. I was asked to send you an email. Allow me to explain. I'm a college basketball coach, and listening to your podcast of Johnny Dollar, my favorite, helps me to get through long bus trips. Some of the players joke with me about it because as a 32-year-old, they think I should be listening to something more age-appropriate. We run some teams in the summer and do more traveling, and sometimes I have to drive one or more of the players to and from a practice or game. Johnny Dollar is always on in the car. The first few times, they laughed about it. Then they started getting into it. They even participate in the program, answering the telephone as Johnny does. At least it eliminates the boredom of the road trips. The John Lunn episodes are perfect. If we have an hour trip to a field, we get 2 episodes in each way, and they can't wait to hear the ending when we get in the car after the games. A few have downloaded the app to explore the Great Detectives on their own. And Eric goes on to say, one player in particular loves your post-show commentary. This guy really knows what he's talking about. I especially love the old commercials, except for the one with the giant toys with the talking Santa. And see, listeners, we're into the old-time radio. And for the ads, except for the Santa. It's good to know that I was not alone in not enjoying those ads, but I digress. Last week, one of the players urged me to write you a note of thanks, and I figured it would make for an interesting story. Your listener demographic is moving steadily downward in the Pittsburgh area. Thanks again for all of your hard work. From Eric. Well, thanks so much, Eric, and thanks for listening. You're about my age, and that itself is pretty young for being interested in this material. But introducing it to college students, that's great, and I think that there are quite a few young people who can really appreciate the material if they learn about it, and they're given a chance to a chance to get it. One of the extras on the Johnny Dollar CD from the Old Time Radio Researchers was actually college students taking one of the Johnny Dollar scripts and performing them. I can't play it because it's a technically copyrighted performance, but a lot of people will enjoy it if they can give it a chance. So I'm glad for you, not only teaching the kids about basketball, but also introducing them to this program and the great adventures of Johnny Dollar. So thanks for listening out there, guys, and for the kind letter. And then we have a comment from Rebecca, who says, thank you for the podcast. I download them so I can listen when we are at our home in Baja California Sur, Mexico. Well, thanks so much, and I guess being able to download so many shows can definitely be convenient when you want to go somewhere where you don't have internet access and get away from all of the demands of constant social media. So I hope you have a good time down there, and thanks so much for listening. That'll do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with Mr. Moto. Join us on Wednesday as we continue the Bono matter. I know I just mispronounced it. Don't send me an email. Send your comments to box13@greatdetectives.net. Well, before we do get started, I want to encourage you, if you haven't already, to please check out my ebook/audiobook, All I Needed to Know I Learned from Columbo. In it, I examine 7 great fictional detectives and life lessons that can be drawn from their histories. Among them are Sherlock Holmes, Monk, Columbo, and much more. Be sure and pick up your copy of All I Needed to Know I Learned from Columbo. All right, well, now it's time for today's episode of Mr. Moto, The Crooked Log.
This is Mr. Moto, Mr. I.A. Moto.
again, NBC brings you Pulitzer Prize winner John P. Marquand's fabulous and mysterious Mr. Moto, International Agent Extraordinary, the inscrutable, crafty, and courageous little Oriental whose exploits have endeared him to millions of Americans in another adventure in the world of mystery and international intrigue. Tonight's story concerns the Crooked Log and stars Mr. Moto, Mr. I.A. Moto.
It is said that a crooked log makes a better fire than a straight one. The log in this case was no exception to the rule. It began in New York with the woman in the case, who had been referred to me by the Maritime Commission. She was attractive and quite young, but had the manner of one whom grief had aged beyond her years.
At first I thought I must be seeing things, Mr. Moto. But then I went back and took another look. And it was definitely a picture of my husband.
You say this painting was in the window of a shop on 57th Street?
Yes, between Park and Madison. It's called the Auchincloss Gallery.
Please, describe the painting, Mrs. Clausen.
All right. Well, in the background is this South Pacific type beach.
Yes?
There's some war souvenirs in the background, a couple of rusty landing barges, a stack of oil drums. But what first caught my eye was this pin-up calendar tacked to a palm tree. The month showing is January 1948, and the date is circled in red, the 3rd.
What is the significance of that date?
It's the day my husband's ship exploded in the Pacific and sank with all hands.
Oh, that is the SS Emily Landis, of which your husband was captain.
Yeah, that's right. But, Mr. Moto, that picture is dated 1950, and I've been a widow for 3 years.
The artist might have finished the painting at a later date.
No, I don't think so, Mr. Moto. I think my husband's still alive. And I think that picture may be his way of telling me so.
How do you explain his failure to get in touch with you directly?
Maybe he couldn't. Maybe he was afraid.
Afraid?
Look, the Emily Landis was carrying valuable chemicals.
Ah.
Clifford Landis, the owner of the line, collected $1 million insurance.
Have you any reason to believe the explosion was not an accident?
There's only one man's word for it.
You say the ship sank with all hands?
All but one. A man named Garner. He was first officer of the ship. He's now vice president of the whole line.
A very rapid promotion. And his testimony?
He testified that my husband was drunk in his cabin, and that the explosion was due to his negligence.
The commission was satisfied with Mr. Garner's testimony?
They didn't have any choice. The ship's log, brought up to date by Garner, was the only official record.
Have you talked to the artist who painted this picture of your husband?
No. The man in the shop wouldn't give me any information. Just acted as if he didn't know what I was talking about.
I think I had better have a talk with him, Mrs. Clausen. In the meantime, I suggest you stay by your telephone. I may want to ask you some more questions.
Well, just one thing, Mr. Moto. If my husband is alive...
Yes?
Please don't tell anybody till I've had a chance to talk with him.
May I ask why?
I told you. They collected $1 million insurance on that ship. Landis and Garner might like it better if he stayed dead.
I was quite favorably impressed with Mrs. Clausen and her story. When I saw the painting in the window of the gallery on 57th Street, I was less favorably impressed. She had neglected to tell me that the face of the man in the painting was not visible. He was lying prone with his head on a gnarled piece of driftwood, as if he had fallen asleep while reading, using the open book to shade his face. The cover of the book bore the name of Clausen's ship, the SS Emily Landis. On his forearm was a heart-shaped tattoo mark enclosing the letter L, which may or may not have stood for Mrs. Clausen's first name, Leela. The title of the picture was on a card in the corner of the frame. The Crooked Log by Mervyn Felice.
You are Mr. Moto. I am Auchincloss.
How do you do, Mr. Auchincloss?
I am receiving your phone call on the very brink of insanity. 30 years at the same address, Mr. Moto. The Auchincloss galleries had never any trouble until this moment, which I got burglars.
Burglars, Mr. Auchincloss?
Which they have in the night my shop inbroken.
You mistake my intentions, Mr. Auchincloss. You want the police.
No, I already called them. You see, which they insult me and question my balance.
So?
Yeah, because the burglars didn't steal anything, which instead they brought me a gift, which is the truth and the basis for the insults from the police.
The burglars brought you a gift?
Yeah, a picture in my window where was a little Madonna which they are exchanging without my knowledge, which I want you to find out why or to find the artists.
I, too, want to find that artist, Mr. Auchincloss.
Oh, excuse me, a customer. Do not run away, sir.
The customer was a plump, affluent-looking individual with a gold-headed cane and a grey Homburg hat, which he had removed, revealing a dome-shaped head totally devoid of hair. While Mr. Auchincloss talked with him, I walked to the rear of the shop and examined the rear entrance, through which the gift-bearing burglars had entered. My investigations were interrupted by a cry of distress.
Help! Police! Stop thief! Please, somebody!
Mr. Auchincloss, what is it?
Oh, that man here has stolen the picture from the window. Stop him,
Do
please.
not worry, Mr. Auchincloss. He couldn't have gone very far.
No, but hurry before you lose me, then.
Stop, one moment, sir. Please.
Unhand me, sir, or I shall call an officer.
That will not be necessary, sir. I will take that picture.
I paid for this picture in coin of the realm, sir. That ridiculous foreigner is only trying to make trouble for me.
Then I am sure you will not object to coming back while we check on your story.
You are adamant, sir?
I am.
Well, but mind you, I mean to have this picture by fair means or foul.
Are you by any chance the artist?
I have had about enough of your insults.
You have trapped him. Burglars bring, burglars take away. You see, Mr. Moto, which is all too strange to be harmless.
I am inclined to agree, Mr. Auchincloss.
Thief, indeed. You are the thief, sir. After bidding me up to $50,000 for this wretched canvas, and then refuse my very generous offer.
Explain to him, Mr. Moto, which the artist has not quoted me the price or even authorized me to sell it.
But then, by all means, let us find him and talk to him. That should be simple.
It is not simple. Here is Mr. Moto, a secret agent, looking for him.
My name is Carmichael, sir.
How do you do?
If you succeed, Mr. Moto, finding that artist, I will pay you $5,000, irrespective of the price of the merchandise.
Why does he always want to pay so much for everything? It is all too strange to be harmless.
I am a connoisseur, sir. When I want a thing, price is no object.
And where can I reach you, Mr. Carmichael?
That will not be necessary. I or my agent, sir, will contact you. Of that you may be sure. Good day.
When he had gone, I returned to my investigation of the window at the rear of his shop. A neat hole had been cut through the glass, and the burglar alarm had been dismantled as delicately as if by the hand of a watchmaker. There were, to my knowledge, only 3 men with enough skill to have done it. 2 were in Sing Sing, and the 3rd had retired from burglary to operate a small bar on the Hoboken waterfront.
Well, what brings you across the river, Mr. Moto?
A work of art, Mr. McCavity.
Would you take a wee drink, Mr. Moto, on the house?
No, not at the moment.
It's a funny thing when I was thinking of you last night, Mr. Moto. Remember when I helped you break into that warehouse over on Gansevoort Street? Only time I ever did a job for the law.
Yes, I was thinking about you today, too, Mr. McCavity.
Well, great minds the same channel, eh, Mr. Moto?
I was thinking about a 6-volt Mitchell burglar alarm with a 3-way circuit breaker, the Auchincloss Galleries on 57th Street. What were you thinking about?
You know, I was thinking about you when I was doing it, Mr. Moto. Eerie, is it not?
Very, very strange indeed.
Aye, but it did me good. Took 10 years off my life to get out the old kit, take my shoes off, and do a job again. You saw it, did you?
Oh, yes, I was there.
Well, then, was it all right? I don't think I lost my touch, do you?
It was quite skillful. By the way, may I ask why you did it?
Oh, just impulse. A man paid me $50 to take a picture in.
Do you know why he wanted it in that window?
No, I don't ask questions. You know me. Now then, what's up? They're not after me, are they?
I am trying to locate the artist who painted that picture.
I wouldn't have ken an artist when I see one.
Now, how about the man who hired you? Do you know where he is?
Oh, Ivan, why didn't you ask me that before? He's away over at yon table.
Huh?
Do you see him? The one with the scarred face. The name he gave me was Bert Clausen.
I looked back at the table Mr. McCavity had pointed out. I saw a big man with dark hair and approximately 2 days' growth of beard on the left side of his face. The other side of his face was solid scar tissue from his hairline to his collar. It could have been caused by a burn. Across the table from him sat a small man in a rumpled white suit. When I approached the table, I saw that there was paint under his fingernails. Mr. Clausen did the talking.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you, Mr. Clausen.
About the crooked lodge?
That is correct.
What's the offer?
$50,000.
I can't hear you. Tell him to add a zero. Maybe that'll make my hearing better.
May I ask what is in that picture to make it worth $500,000?
No, I can't figure you. If you don't know about the crooked log, what are you in this for?
Someone wants to find the artist who painted that picture.
You don't want the painting.
He seemed to want it very, very much.
Oh? What did he say? I mean, exactly what did he say?
That he would pay $5,000 to the one who succeeds in finding the person authorized to sell the crooked log.
Well, you found me. If you think you can collect on that, try it.
Is there another bidder?
Look, Slant Eyes, guessing smart will get you no place. You don't even know what you're looking for. They'll never tell you, neither will I. If painting is your hobby, stick around. If it's your living, you're wasting your time here.
I am inclined to agree with you, Mr. Clausen. Good night, and thank you for your very, very good advice. Outside the bar, I walked to the corner and waited. I did not have to wait long. It was the little silent man in the crumpled white suit and an artist's beret who had been sitting at Clausen's table. He was wringing his hands and all but weeping.
Please, I've got to talk to you. He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Unless you are quite sure what you are talking about, sir, I had rather...
No. I painted that picture. The crooked log.
Huh?
I'm Mervyn Trelease. I did authorize Clausen to sell it for me, but he's crazy. $50,000, for heaven's sakes, I accept. Don't pay any attention to him.
I think Mr. Clausen is right about one thing. The gentleman might pay $50,000 for the picture, but he wants some information as well.
I'll gladly tell you anything I know. I have no secrets.
What do you know about Mr. Clausen, for instance?
Please, let's walk on a ways. Do you mind?
Not at all.
Well, I met him in Tahiti.
Yes?
I don't know how he arrived there. He'd never say. One day I found him on the beach in front of my house. That's when I painted the picture. He said if I'd come back to the States with him, he could get me a lot of money for my paintings.
I see.
Especially one I called the crooked log.
Why did you call it the crooked log?
That chunk of driftwood in the painting. He wanted to keep it as a souvenir. Worked on it for days, polishing it, scraping out the termite nest, drying it out. And when we sailed for the States, he brought it with him in a little chest he'd made for it.
Do you know where that is now?
Why, yes, he left it in my studio along with some other things.
I would like to examine that log, Mr. Trelease.
Oh, Clausen would be very angry if he knew. I wouldn't dare take you there myself. I'll give you the address. Come there in an hour. 2nd floor. First door at the top of the stairs.
Mr. Trelease's studio was in a loft building on Front Street. I arrived there shortly after 8 o'clock and climbed the stairs to the 2nd floor. Mr. Trelease? Mr. Trelease, are you in there? Are you all right, Mr. Trelease? Mr. Trelease, what is it? Have you been drinking? Here now, wake up. Wake up.
The log.
Yes.
They said they wanted the log.
Who?
I gave it to them. The no. And they...
He had half raised his head, and when it dropped back to the floor, it turned slightly to one side, and then I saw what had happened. The back of his skull had been crushed with a heavy bludgeon. Beside him on the floor lay a gnarled, bleached out, lovingly polished piece of driftwood. It was identical with the one in the painting. The poor little artist had been murdered with his own crooked log. While I was waiting for the police to arrive, I made a hasty search of the murder room. There was nothing of interest except for a half-finished canvas on the easel. On the back of the bathroom door was hanging a woman's skirt, blouse, and jacket. The clothes Leela Clausen had been wearing when she called on me earlier in the day. I cautiously opened the closet door and handed them in.
Who's out there? I'm only one of the models. If you touch me, I'll scream.
Please, take your things and remain calm, Mrs. Clausen.
Is that you, Mr. Moto?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'll be out in just a moment.
What were you doing here, Mrs. Clausen?
He advertised for a model, and wait till I get into this blouse.
You had better hurry. The police will be here soon.
Yeah. Let me get these shoes on. There. Oh, thanks for helping me out.
You make it difficult for me to help you in more important ways, Mrs. Clausen.
Oh, the poor little guy. He's dead, isn't he?
Who did it?
2 men. I didn't see them.
You were just taking a nap in the clothes closet when they arrived. Is that it?
Please, Mr. Moto, this is nothing to joke about.
I ask you again, who killed him?
Well, for all I know, it may have been you.
Why do you say that?
Well, they said somebody offered you $5,000 to find him.
That is correct. I did not accept Mr. Carmichael's proposition, however.
The name is not Carmichael.
You know who he is.
How much have you found out so far?
I only know for certain that this man has been murdered.
You don't know why?
I think they thought he knew something he did not know.
Yeah, about the crooked log. He thought it was that hunk of wood, the poor dope. So they brained him with it.
It could have been your husband who did it.
Bert? Bert's alive?
Did you come to me to find out if he was alive or to make sure he was dead?
Well, that's a crazy thing to say.
Or did you want that logbook for yourself?
What's it good for except to clear my husband?
You pointed out that the ship was insured for $1 million.
So?
If your husband has the straight log of that voyage, the owner of the line, Mr. Landis, and the first officer of the ship, Mr. Garner, would pay a good deal to suppress it.
I hate to think of Bert being a blackmailer.
Ah.
Although I don't know why I care. He was always a skunk as far as I was concerned. Oh, but gee, when I read in the papers how they were hanging it all on him after he's dead and can't speak for himself, it made me sore. And he always had a lot of respect for ships, so I knew it was something cooked up. Listen, when you said he was alive, you weren't just saying that, were you?
I was not just saying that, Mrs. Clausen.
Well, how did he look? Was he hurt bad?
That depends on how you feel about scars.
I don't want to see him. It's been so long, he could have been in touch. I used to dread every time he'd come into port. Every time he left, I swore I'd never see him again. So he comes back from the dead all scarred up, and I'm supposed to feel different?
What precisely does this logbook, the log of the SS Emily Landis, look like?
Well, it's like the others I've seen. Nothing special about the size of a ledger.
And what does Mr. Landis look like?
Fat, 55, with a beautiful head of hair.
Mr. Carmichael fits that description, but he is quite bald. That amuses you.
Landis is more worried about that log than I thought.
You mean he left his toupee at home?
Well, he'd have to do something to disguise himself. He's too well known. I mean, his going around in person haggling over a painting. No, but listen, Mr. Moto, I'm scared. You don't know Landis like I do. And Bert's a fool to bargain with him. Landis is an old pirate. He comes from a long line of pirates. See, shipping isn't like other businesses. They're all tough and mean and crazy from the top on down.
How much insurance did you collect on your husband, Mrs. Clausen?
All right, Nosy, I'll tell you. $50,000.
Leela Clausen was an enigma. I was sure she was telling the truth, but I never knew just how much of it she was telling. I made a rough estimate, and on the strength of it, let her go. Then I examined that piece of driftwood. I had a hunch that Clausen had not spent all that time fixing and polishing it for his private amusement. And I was quite correct. The underside of it had been rotted away originally, and the hollowed-out part was sealed with a layer of pitch. Underneath, I found what I was looking for, the logbook of the SS Emily Landis. I found Mr. Clausen at the table in the bar where I had left him. I laid the book down on the table in front of him.
So you found it?
As you see, Mr. Clausen.
Wait till I get hold of that little paint slinger. I'll murder him.
Unfortunately, someone beat you to it.
Oh? Well, it was his own fault he talked too much.
You suffer from even a more dangerous ailment, Mr. Clausen. You do not talk enough.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Slant Eyes. What shall we talk about?
A 9-letter word beginning with B and spelled blackmail.
You're wrong.
What do you choose to call it, Mr. Clausen?
Any master or officer of an American ship unemployed in a foreign country as a result of shipwreck shall receive full pay, maritime law.
I am quite aware of that.
Well, Landis owes me 3 years of it at $25,000 per. Total $75,000. You see, I had another score to settle with Landis and Garner besides money. I had to pay them off for a lot of nice guys that went down in that ship for a lousy insurance fraud. I knew Landis would buy that picture, and I knew he'd look at it till he'd go crazy. Well, I wanted to let him squirm for a while before I let him have it.
How did you manage to come out of that wreck alive?
Garner made the mistake of planting a charge of explosive right outside my cabin.
So?
So instead of trapping me, it blew me out a porthole, clear over the starboard rail, and I hit the water a good 50 feet clear of the ship.
And where did you obtain the rubber raft?
A mermaid swiped it for me from Davy Jones' locker. Now do you believe my story?
Every word of it, Mr. Clausen. I'll do my best to prove it. I telephoned Mr. Landis to meet us at the Auchincloss Galleries at 1 a.m. It took Mr. McCafferty a few minutes to figure out the new burglar alarm that had been installed, but he did not fail me. I gave Mr. Clausen his instructions, left him in the back room, and reached the front door just as Mr. Auchincloss was unlocking it.
Mr. Moto.
May I ask what you are doing here at this time of night, Mr.
Ach, I couldn't sleep, which I am dreaming burglars are my shop coming in again. Ach, but you are here, so all is well.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Auchincloss.
You found Mr. Trellis?
That is quite correct.
He gives permission to sell the painting?
Quite so, and I found you a new buyer, Mr. Auchincloss.
For such a bad painting?
A gentleman named Landis. He will be here in a moment.
Well, couldn't he come during business hours? In the middle of the night, he buys bad paintings. Oh, it is all too strange to be harmless.
Ah, I see him outside now. Yeah. You wait in the back room, Mr. Auchincloss. I will handle this.
It is all in your lap, Mr. Moto.
Ah, Mr. Moto. You brought it with you?
I thought I asked you to come alone, Mr. Landis.
Ah, allow me to introduce my associate, Mr. Garner. Mr. Garner was first officer of the Emily Landis, so naturally he is interested in the recovery of the log.
Come on, stop, Stone. Where is it?
The picture is still in the window.
Picture? What's he talking about?
Come now, Mr. Moto. Don't play the innocent with me. You know as well as I do what was bargained for.
If you bargain with me for a picture, Mr. Garner, a picture is what you will get. If you want anything else, you have only to ask for it in a straightforward and specific manner.
You fat bungler, Landis. It's a good thing I came along. He doesn't know a thing that can help us or hurt us. In another minute, he would trap you in a confession.
You had better tell him, Mr. Landis.
Tell him what?
That you offered me his share of the insurance money if I could get that logbook from Trellis.
Well, that's a lie. Trellis was dead before Moto got there. I personally beat his brains out.
But I have the log. And you may as well be frank about it, Mr. Landis. Mr. Garner's share is what you offered me, and that is still my price.
Now, look here, Moto. We can't cut poor Garner out altogether.
You shouldn't have made that deal, Landis. You cut me out, I'll cut you down.
Now, Garner, put that gun away. Don't be so hasty. After all, Mr. Moto may know something.
That's what I'm afraid of.
No, Garner. This is most unwise. Garner. Garner. Speak to me. By heavens, sir, he's dead. I never even saw you draw your pistol.
I did not do so, Mr. Landis.
But
Hello, Mr. Landis.
What?
What's the matter? You look kind of sick.
Clausen.
Yeah.
Moto, I consider this most unethical.
What are you beefing about? I saved your life. Garner would have dropped you if I hadn't gotten him first.
What do you want, Clausen?
My money.
Well, that's very simply arranged. You have the log.
How much money?
I have 50,000 in this briefcase. That's all the cash I could raise on such short notice.
All right, I'll take your personal note for the rest of it. Sit down there and write.
Moto, you're not going to let him do this? Take your share, too?
I said right.
Yes. Well, that's it. I trust you're a man of your word.
Moto, you sign it as witness.
With pleasure, Mr. Clausen.
Moto, you're a madman.
Give it to him now, Moto.
You are quite sure this is what you want, Mr. Clausen?
I know what I'm doing.
Very well. Here you are, Mr. Landis. The log of the SS Emily Landis.
Thank you, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Bonsoir, adieu, and goodbye.
Mr. Landis.
Your long-lost Ulysses has sailed home at last, madam. My felicitations.
Mr. Moto, I came just as soon, but you gave him the log.
Remember me, Leela?
Yes, I seem to remember I once had a husband.
Well, come here.
No, don't. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to feel sorry. Oh, Bert. Oh, Bert, your poor face.
Oh, shut up. Come on home.
Good night, Mr. Moto. And thanks for everything.
Mr. Moto, this painting I give to you for a gift.
Oh, thank you so very, very much, Mr. Arkansas.
The painting only. I keep the frame.
I quite understand.
Here, right now. Yeah. Oh, look, there is something stuck in the back there. Some paper. Yeah. What is this, Mr. Moto?
It is part of the log of the SS Emily Landis. The only part that matters. The part that mattered was a detailed record of what had gone on aboard the Emily Landis during the 3 days before she exploded and sank. It was not very honest of Mr. Clausen to sell Mr. Landis the worthless part of the log. But the police are holding Mr. Landis for murder. And where Mr. Landis is going, he will not need any money. But as I noted before, a crooked log makes a better fire than a straight one.
Just heard the world's greatest secret agent, Mr. I.A. Moto, in The Crooked Log. And here with a preview of next week's story is Mr. I.A. Moto.
Next week, a story of intrigue involving a seductive Latin American lady bent on vengeance and a platinum locket that held the key to one of the largest and most ingenious smuggling operations ever devised in the case of the stolen convertible. And now, may the serenity of an October evening bring sleep to your waiting eyes and bear you away upon a fragrance of night-blooming jasmine in the tranquility of a summer garden, reflected in the still pool of untroubled dreams. Good night.
Welcome back. Well, I love the title of this episode. Really a clever play on words. And it definitely does appear that, they switched formats a little bit. moving just to more of a straight detective show, even while, of course, in this episode, clinging to the fact that Mr. Moto is indeed a secret agent. All right, well, we move on now to listener comments and feedback, and we actually have a bundle regarding Mr. Moto. And I was kind of expecting that. This is in regards to the episode Escape, which concerned a cat helping escape from the catacombs. Lori comments, I just listened to your episode to Mr. Moto Escape. In your comments after the show, you mentioned the cat could have gotten away. I went back and listened, and when Mr. Moto is arguing to take the cat, mentions that it was injured. I assumed that the sarcophagus fell apart. I was kind of sad to see Lieutenant Grant killed off. I enjoyed him. Love the shows, and am looking forward to the new shows that are starting this week's. Thanks for sharing with us. Well, thanks so much, Lori, and it's a good catch. I missed it on my original listen, and apologize. Good call on that one from you. And other listener comments. Joan emails in and says, I think this is the first show of Mr. Moto's I completely enjoyed. Nice touch with the cat. My cat brought back a mouse to my front door as a gift for me to thank me for how well she was treated, fed her warm home and my love. Snoopy was her name, pure black with a little white under her chin. When I opened the front door and saw it was in her mouth, I coaxed her to put it down so I could see it. She did, and in a flash, I grabbed a paper towel and picked up the dead mouse and ran through the house out the back door, where I put it in the garbage bag and put the lid back on the tin. I never moved so fast in all my life. Snoopy was by then waiting inside the back door for me, and when I opened it, she ran outside meowing and looking for the mouse. After that, I always checked to see what she had in her mouth, anything, before I let her in the house. And then Zant says, hey, just wanted to tell you that cat thing is fishy. We live in a rural area, and our cats eat rats. This, of course, all in regards to Mr. Moto's assertion that a cat would have to be crazy to eat a mouse or a rat. And may have something to do with breeds, but it's perhaps not as universal as Mr. Moto said. All right, well, we have one final comment, and this one from Joel, who writes, regarding Mr. Moto, I am loving this series. The plot, actions, acting are all great theater of the mind. Moto is a great character. Thanks for bringing him to me. All right, well, thanks so much, Joel, and we'll be back tomorrow with yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. You can support the program at support.greatdetectives.net. Well, we continue on with the Cui Bono matter, Part 3 and Part 4. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is Tom Bates.
Oh, how are you?
Dr. Praley just called me, Mr. Dollar. He says you've been threatening him.
Oh, I wouldn't call it a threat, Mr. Bates. I simply told him that if he won't let me question Miss Parker, then I'll have to get a court order to do it anyway.
Well, as acting county attorney here, I think I could block that order, Mr. Dollar.
Maybe, but I doubt if it would be a very smart move.
Now, you look here. She's in no shape to answer questions. She's under doctor's care.
It's been 5 days now since the shooting.
She's still very upset, nervous. She might say things that could be misconstrued, that she didn't mean.
Oh, what things?
How would I know?
I just thought you might. Since you've already questioned her once, right after she killed her father. Wasn't she upset then? Did she say anything you misconstrued?
I'm warning you, Dollar.
And I'm warning you. I'm going to talk to that girl one way or another.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location Green Pass, Virginia, To the Home Office, Surety Mutual Insurance Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Cui Bono matter. Cui Bono, Latin for who benefits. Item 8, $1. Transportation out to Sammy Drake's Happy Hollow Roadhouse on the highway north of town. On the way there, I thought over what I'd learned so far, and I realized it wasn't much. On the face of it, the thing was simple enough, no mystery at all. 5 nights ago, Dan Parker, the local county attorney, had returned from a business trip and entered his sleeping house. His adopted daughter, Luann, mistaking him for a prowler, had shot him to death in the darkness. There it was, an accident, pure and simple. The coroner said so, the sheriff agreed, and the whole town was determined to keep it that way. But I still couldn't buy it quite that easily. Not when there was a $100,000 life insurance policy payable to Luann Parker, the girl who'd pulled the trigger. Maybe I'd find some answers at the roadhouse. The Happy Hollow was like 1,000 other places of its kind. A neon-lighted barn set 50 yards off the road. Inside, a jukebox, a raucous bar, and a scattering of tables around a splintery dance floor. Saturday nights, a 4-piece band. Probably a game or two going on in the back room, and whatever else the local sports might demand. It was early yet, and the joint hadn't started to jump.
What's the word, Mac?
Save your money and buy booze.
Yeah, man. Out of towner, huh?
Depends on which town.
Any town but this one, man. Here it's for the birds.
Oh, I don't know. Looks to me like you got a good setup here.
I'm eating. But it ain't easy, man. It's rough.
Oh, it'll be rougher, Sammy, with a new county attorney.
What's the pitch, Mitch?
That's your name, isn't it? Sammy Drake?
That's a crime, maybe?
Might be. I don't know yet.
You with the feds?
No.
Syndicate man?
No, I'm an insurance investigator.
Insurance? You mean protection?
Not the kind you're talking about, Sammy. I'm here in connection with Dan Parker's death.
You mean you're legit?
That's right.
Well, tie me up and mail me off. I thought you were somebody putting a bite on me.
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got some questions, Sammy, and I want some answers.
About that Parker rubber?
Right.
Well, you're out of luck, Chuck. I don't know nothing from nothing about nothing. See what I mean?
I got reason to think different.
How so? Somebody been passing the word?
Maybe.
2 get you 5. It was that Bates character. Am I in?
I couldn't say.
Sure it was. The new county attorney. He's got a big deal now. And he'd give his left eyeball to put the finger on me.
Why so? Why's he got it in for you, Sammy?
Because he thinks his doll has been...
You mean the Parker girl?
I forget.
You want to do it the hard way, Sammy?
No speak English.
I can get Tom Bates to issue a warrant, you know. He'd love to have that chance. So you can either talk to me here and now, or you can talk to him and the sheriff in the basement of the courthouse.
Rough and tough, huh?
If that's what it takes, yes.
Come on back to the office.
All right.
What'd you say your name was, Buzz?
I didn't. It's Dollar, Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, huh?
Yeah, rhymes with collar.
I always like to be wise to who's putting the slug on me. Come on in.
Thanks.
How about a drink?
No, not now, thanks.
Well, I guess I'll have a short one for my health. You hungry? Like a steak?
Later, maybe.
They're the most. This is a crummy joint, strictly for the sticks, but the food's good. Well, here's a go.
Yeah.
Maybe you think I'm trying to stall.
I know you are, Sammy.
No, not really. Not now, anyway. Because when I stop and think about it, I can't see where I got anything to worry about. You see what I mean?
You haven't, unless you had something to do with Dan Parker's death.
Now, let's relax, Max. The way I get the word, nobody had anything to do with it except that doll.
Could be.
Could be nothing. Did she blast him or didn't she?
Apparently she did.
Thought he was a burglar. That's a rich one. And she's halfway right at that.
Meaning?
Look, Dollar, I'm on a level with you. If you got any idea that I wanted Dan Parker knocked off, you're way out there. You want to know why?
I can probably guess.
I'll tell you why. He was my fix in this town. 3 years I've had this place open, and I've never been touched. So why would I want to put myself out of business?
Oh. How much was the payoff?
$1.50 a month.
Maybe you figured you could make a better deal with somebody else.
Yeah? Who? Not with that stuffed shirt Bates. He's just been itching to get at me. But Parker kept a lid on him.
How about the sheriff?
Who knows? I'm going to give him a pitch, of course. It's my only chance now to stay in business. But I don't know if he'll play. See what I mean?
All right, Sammy. Let's go back to the question I asked you outside there. Why does Bates have it in for you?
Because he's got the drooling goose for that Parker kid. And he didn't like it much when she kept hanging around me.
How'd you feel about it?
You want the truth? I didn't like it much either.
Why not?
She was too wired up and spoiled. Used to getting her own way. Oh, this town's treated her like a queen or something. She figured she could do as she pleased. Well, that don't go in a joint like this.
What do you mean?
Well, these lads come in here, get a few shots under their belt. Dame like that starts to mean trouble. I didn't want her hanging around. I had a good thing going here, and I wasn't about to get it lost up. But it was no use. I couldn't keep her out.
What did her father think about it?
He didn't like the idea, but he couldn't do much about it. She got her own way with him, the same as with everybody else.
Except when she wanted to go to New York.
Well, nobody can win them all.
I understand you put that idea in her head, Sammy.
Then you better take a different understanding.
Yeah?
Yeah. She was bugged up on that idea before I ever met her. That's why she started coming in here. She wanted me to put her hep on how it was in the big, wild city. She wanted to know how to get in. What was the names of all the spots, including the rough ones? How the rackets worked. How would I know how the rackets worked?
I didn't say a word, Sammy.
You know something? In some ways, that kid's as smart as a mink. But underneath, she's a regular hick, just like the rest of them around here. She thinks that stuff is glamour, the big time, hot stuff. And she was busting her braces to get at it. Even this place, this crummy clip joint. To her, it was wicked and exciting. Oh, man, how square can you get?
I suppose you tried to talk her out of going to New York.
Do I look crazy or something? I was all for it, anywhere. As long as it got her off my neck.
Oh, a beautiful girl like Luann Parker on your neck, and you were trying to shake her off? Oh, Sammy, I'm losing you.
Oh, look, Dollar, when it comes to dames, I've got as fast an eye as the next guy, but with that chick, oh, man, I unpack my toothbrush and I stay home.
Why?
Why? She's got this whole town fooled, everybody but me. A sweet little thing in ruffled rompers, bucking for a halo. Well, I got news for you, brother. She ain't.
And you're the only one who really knows her. Is that what you're claiming, Sammy?
Sure. It's a big laugh. But that kid's smart. And inside, she's colder than a fish. I'm a fairly tough baby, Dollar, but I'll tell you something straight. I'm scared of that girl.
Expense account item 9, $6.90. Steak and incidentals at the Happy Hollow Roadhouse. And Sammy Drake was right. The steak was good. Item 10, $1.75. Transportation out to the Green Pass Railroad Depot, 3 miles east of town. I tried to see that night station agent earlier in the day, but he was sleeping then. But it was nearly midnight now, and I figured he'd be on duty. He was. Good evening, sir.
Hold it, son. Got a message coming here. Yes, sirree. Old number 8's going to be right on time.
I'm glad to hear it. I want to...
Hold it, son. Got to answer it, you know. Mighty important business getting these here trains through.
Yes, I imagine it is.
Hold it! Yes, sir. Right on time. Be here in about 2 minutes now. Well, son, what's on your mind?
I wondered if you were on duty the night Dan Parker got back in from Richmond. The night he was killed.
Oh, yes, indeedy. You must be that fella Sheriff Jim Peterson was telling me about. That fella from the insurance company.
Yes, that's right.
Well, then I guess it's all right to talk to you. Leastwise, that's what Jim said.
Nice of him.
It's a mighty terrible thing. A downright tragedy for that poor motherless girl. Making a mistake like that, shooting her own father.
Yeah, rough deal. Did you notice Mr. Parker when he got off the train that night?
Why, of course I did. I always notice anybody getting off. It's part of my job, son.
Yeah, well,
It was right about this same time of night. He come in on number 8, the same one that's due in now.
Did you talk with him?
Of course I talked with him. I know Dan Parker since we was both pups. He said, "Hi, Willie." I said, "Fine." And he said, "How's the family?" And I said, "Fine." And he said, "Well, you know, we talked. We had to talk more, too, but there's some fellow with him."
Oh,
well,
I didn't know that.
I reckon it was just some passenger he'd struck up the time of day with. Dan was all... There, you hear that, son? She's a-coming across the Briar Creek Bridge right now, right on time,
Well,
too.
look, what happened to this stranger? Did he and Dan Parker leave the station together?
Oh, no. No, they just talked while the engine was taking on water. The fella got back on the train before it pulled out. He's just going through.
Did you hear what they were talking about?
No, can't say that it did, son. Most likely didn't amount to nothing, though.
No, I suppose not.
By golly, I did hear one thing.
Oh, what?
Just when the train was starting up, The fella leaned out and yelled, "Thanks a lot, I'll be seeing you." Dan just grinned, waved back, and went on down the platform to the telephone booth.
You don't know what he meant by that remark.
Oh, nothing, more than likely. Just one of them things you say, you know. But that's life for you, because he won't be seeing him after all. See, she's coming around the bend there, son. I gotta get the mail sack out. You got any more questions? You're gonna have to ask him on a run. The mail's got to get through.
I wouldn't think of stopping it. Hey, look, you said Dan Parker made a call from that telephone booth over there. You know who he talked to?
Nobody, son.
What do you mean?
Why, he come back and said he had a busy signal. I guess he'd have to walk home. And that's what he done. That was his mistake.
That was one of them anyway.
You got any more questions? I reckon they'll have to wait.
I haven't got any more.
How's that, son?
I said thanks a lot.
What for?
Well, there you got me. I don't know. Johnny Dollar.
Tom Bates, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Bates. There's nothing like starting the day with a good fight.
That is not my intention at all.
Good. I was beginning to think you went around in a permanent state of belligerency.
Only when I see a so-called insurance investigator out to frame an innocent girl.
Anybody I know?
Look, Dollar, will you be available at 2 this afternoon to interview Miss Parker?
I've been available for 2 days. She's the one who hasn't been.
She was in no condition to see anyone. However, Dr. Praley is releasing her in an hour, and she's going on home.
All right. Tell her I'll see her at 2.
It won't be necessary to tell her. You'll go out there with me, and you'll talk to her in my presence.
Like that, huh?
You can take it or leave it.
Oh, I'll take it, Mr. Bates. And you know something? I think I'll still be able to tag her.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location Green Pass, Virginia, to the Home Office, Surety Mutual Insurance Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Cui Bono matter. Expense account continued. Item 12, $1.80 for a late and leisurely breakfast in the hotel coffee shop. Leisurely because I had nothing to do but kill time. I'd covered every possible lead I could think of, and the result, 0. The simple facts of the case were that Dan Parker, the local county attorney, had returned unexpectedly from a business trip late at night, entered his darkened home, and had been shot to death as a prowler by his daughter, Luann. Coroner's verdict, accidental death. Amount of insurance, $100,000. Beneficiary, Luann Parker.
Why don't you give up, Dollar? Admit you're wrong.
Wrong about what?
About thinking you've got a chance of beating Miss Parker out of her insurance money.
Oh, so that's what I'm trying to do, huh?
That's what your company pays you for, isn't it? To find some angle, some technicality that they can use to break the claim?
No, they pay me for the unpleasantness of having to put up with bull-headed acting county attorneys, Mr. Bates.
Sure. You'd a lot rather question that girl without me being around.
Bates, I'd rather do anything without you being around.
Well, the feeling is mutual.
I just can't quite figure you. Usually, I get complete cooperation from the local prosecutor's office. But you've tried to block every move I've made here.
I'm protecting Miss Parker's rights, that's all.
Her rights haven't been challenged. I'm not out to get her. If I'm convinced that she's innocent and that her claim is legitimate, I'll report it that way. All the company wants is the facts. Look, I'm not hired as a claim breaker. And of course you know that. You've dealt with insurance cases before. So I wonder what the real reason is for your attitude.
Suppose you tell me.
Well, you're in love with her, of course, and that itself could be the explanation. Or maybe it's only part of it.
Meaning what?
Maybe you know more about it than you've admitted. Maybe you know she's guilty and are trying to cover up for her.
I know she's innocent, sir.
Or, it's possible your motives are a little more selfish. Maybe she's covering up for you.
What do you mean by that?
It's that old Latin phrase, cui bono, who benefits? Who gains through Parker's death? His daughter does. Of course, she gets the insurance. But so do you, Bates.
In what way?
Well, you got Parker's job, didn't you? And along with it, the chance to run Sammy Drake out of town without Parker stopping you. And in the long run, if Luann marries you, you'll get a good part of the insurance.
Are you accusing me of murder?
No, just speculating. But it's an interesting possibility. Don't you think so? Any particular subjects I should avoid, Mr. Bates?
Ask anything you want, as long as I'm here to advise her.
Oh, hello, Tom.
Luann, this is Mr. Dollar from the insurance company.
How do you do, Miss Parker?
Mr. Dollar, won't you come in?
Thank you.
I guess we better go in the study. Mary's cleaning the living room. In here. Just sit down anywhere.
How do you feel, Luann?
Oh, I'm all right now. For a few days after it happened, I couldn't feel anything but horror, self-loathing. I wanted to kill myself. But the last 2 days, I've done a lot of thinking about what Daddy'd say if he was still here. He was a wonderful man, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, the whole town seems to agree on that.
I'd give my life gladly to change what happened. But it can't be changed. Daddy used to say, Luann, remorse is only self-pity in disguise. The future is a question mark. All you have is the present, so live it. He believed in those ideas, Mr. Dollar, and I'm going to try to live my life by those beliefs, because I loved him very much.
Miss Parker, I have a few things I'd like to ask you in order to complete my report. Do you feel up to answering some questions?
Yes, of course. Whatever you wish.
I insisted, Luann, that I be present during this interview.
Why, Tom?
His job is to save money for the insurance company. He'll try to trip you up, lead you into saying things you don't mean, things that could be misinterpreted.
Tom, that's ridiculous. I've nothing to hide.
Of course, hon. But he'll make it seem as if you do.
I'd say you're making it seem that way, and for no more reason than just a silly kind of suspicion.
Luann.
Mr. Dollar, would you rather talk to me alone?
I think it would work out a little better that way.
Tom, it's been nice to see you.
I'm not leaving.
Yes, you are leaving. Right now.
Honey, you don't...
I said now.
All right, Dollar. I guess you will.
Phone me later, Tom.
Sure, Luann.
He's nice. He means well, but sometimes he can be an awful idiot.
Oh, his actions are fairly normal for a man in love.
Or one who thinks he's in love.
It usually adds up to the same thing. Cigarette, Miss Parker?
Oh, thank you. Well, what is it you'd like to know, Mr. Dollar?
First, let me tell you a few things. I've talked to quite a number of people during the last 2 days. They all worship you. In fact, only one person in the whole town said anything against you. And he's a man whose word on anything would be a little questionable.
Sammy Drake, I suppose.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what he said, but I imagine he thought he was being honest. You see, Sammy's never understood me at all, and I guess I have given him a kind of a bad time.
How do you mean?
By pretending to take him seriously. Most people seem to think of me as a child, Mr. Dollar, but actually in my attitudes and awareness, I'm quite a lot older than my age.
Of course.
And I saw right through Sammy the first time I met him. He's just a silly little would-be tough, but he likes to think of himself as a smooth, wicked mobster type. So I pretended to go along with it, even put on an act of my own in return. And what do you think happened?
You had another Tom Bates situation on your hands.
Sure. Sammy took me seriously. Well, I didn't want any part of that, so of course I ran for cover. And he has never forgiven me.
Well, I guess you can stand having one detractor, Miss Parker. You got a big team on your side.
I like people. I guess that's why they usually like me. I've had a wonderful life, Mr. Dollar. And I'm very grateful, especially to Daddy. He did everything possible to make me happy. I think if I'd asked for the moon, he'd have tried to get it for me.
There was one thing, though, that I understand you disagreed on.
You mean my wanting to go to New York?
That's right.
I guess the only arguments we ever had was over that. If I'd only known how short a time he was going to be with me, well, it didn't matter that much. I felt I was right, that the only reason he was against the idea is because he still thought of me as a child.
Parents usually do that.
I know. And it just didn't matter enough to hurt him when he had so little time. But you can't go back.
I wonder if you would try to go back for just a moment, Miss Parker, and tell me in your own words just what did happen that night.
Well, Daddy had gone to Richmond on business. None of us expected him back that night.
All right, go on.
Well, Mary, she's our housekeeper. She went to bed early. I read till about 11, then I went to bed. And shortly after midnight, something woke me, a noise down on the terrace. I looked down from my window, and I saw sort of a dark shape slip across the terrace toward the back of the house. I was scared stiff. I'd heard prowlers outside twice before during the past month.
Yes, the sheriff told me you did.
Yes, well, I realized it was up to me because Mary would have just gone to pieces if I'd waked her. All I could think of was getting to the phone down at the bottom of the stairs. When I started out of my room, I could hear somebody fooling with the lock on the back door. And that's when I thought of the gun.
Where was it?
In the drawer of the night table beside my bed. Daddy'd put it there himself after the night I heard the prowler, but I'd almost forgotten it.
All right. Then what did you do?
Well, I took the gun. I went back out into the upstairs hall. All I had in mind even then was to go downstairs and get that phone. But when I reached the stairway, I heard someone moving down below, and I realized that whoever it was had already got in the house, that they were starting up the stairs. And I could see just a vague blur, dark shape against the shadows. I was petrified. I remember thinking he's probably got a gun. And without even stopping to consider, I fired twice down the stair.
Yes, Miss Parker?
I heard him fall. I knew I'd hit him. Mary screamed and came running out of her room. I found the switch and I turned on the lights. And then I saw what I'd done. It was Daddy.
I'm sorry, Miss Parker. And I'm sorry it's necessary for you to go back over this.
I'll be all right.
There was one thing that wasn't brought up at the inquest. Your father apparently tried to make a phone call from the railroad station that night, and he told the agent all he was getting was a busy signal. Could he have been trying to call here?
I don't know. I didn't know about it.
Would he be likely to call you, coming in unexpectedly that way?
Oh, he'd be more likely to call Jake Digley. Jake runs a taxi service here.
Yes, I met him. Well, he might have tried that. But Jake was out at Sammy's place that night.
Well, the reason I say that is because Daddy would have known that our phone is usually off the hook at night.
Was it off that night?
Well, I don't remember. Maybe Mary knows. One or the other of us was always taking it off because we had to go clear downstairs to answer it.
Yes, Miss Luann?
Oh, Mary, the night Daddy was killed, do you remember whether the phone was off the hook or not?
Yes, Miss Luann, it was. I remember when I picked it up to phone the doctor. Well, I ain't sure if you left it off that night or I did, but it was off all right.
Thank you, Mary.
Yes, miss.
Well, Mr. Dollar, what other questions do you have?
None, as a matter of fact. I did have several more, but you've already answered them indirectly. Thanks for cooperating. You're quite a girl, Miss Parker.
Oh, yes, I'm quite a girl. A girl who killed her own father. Goodbye, Mr. Dollar.
I meant exactly what I said to her. One way or another, she was quite a girl. Either she was one of the sweetest, bravest, and most honest kids I'd ever met, or she was one of the smartest, coolest little murderesses who ever walked the face of the earth. And I was very much afraid that I'd never be quite sure which.
Now, here's our star to tell you about the final intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, one slip of fate, then the avalanche. And a wind-up that'll raise the hair on the back of your neck. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, the way that Sammy talked, that was the most, man, the most. Seriously, well-written dialogue. Before I got into listening to old-time radio and watching more of the old-time television programs, I tended to associate this sort of conversation with the 60s. But I've heard that sort of dialogue from productions dating back to 1954, so it was earlier than that. Overall, it does appear that the way things are heading, it'll be an accident, but I wouldn't bet on it, just because if everything turned out to be the way it seemed, we wouldn't be hearing this story. Plus a promise of a big finale on Friday, so you want to be sure and join us back there in 2 days. And join us tomorrow for Nick Carter. Well, before we do get started, today's program is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. You can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. Well, once again have a spate of lost episodes. This time there's 7 weeks between last week's episode of Nick Carter and this week's. This one is called The Glass Coffin, and it aired on September 27th, 1943. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
All right, Patsy, out you go. This is it.
This is what, Nick?
A studio of magnificent pictures, of which Joseph Stone is the owner and director.
Well, there goes another illusion. I thought movie studios were all bright lights and glamour. This place looks like a stage set for the deserted village.
Well, it's been locked up for the past 10 years or so.
Oh.
That's funny. The gate's locked.
And that's our cue to turn around and go home again. You've got a nice, tasty jewel robbery waiting for you to solve back in town, and you should be working on that, instead of being way out here at the end of nowhere playing around a forgotten movie studio.
I guess I'll have to pick the lock.
Okay, if you must. Patient Patsy'll bear with your little game.
This is no game, Patsy.
Why, what do you mean?
The house of Lulu Doré, the star of Stone's new picture, was broken into last night while she was at a dance. She was wearing her jewels, including the famous emeralds. Fortunately, though, nothing was stolen. There we are. All right, Patsy, go ahead.
Seems funny there isn't a gatekeeper around.
It does, doesn't it? Well, I guess they haven't got a full staff for the studio, considering they moved back from Hollywood just to do this one show.
Why did they do that, Nick?
Oh, Doré had a run-of-the-pay contract for the show she's doing on Broadway and couldn't go west.
Hey there, where do you think you're going?
Oh, so there is a gateman. I'm looking for Mr. Stone's office.
Well, you can't see him.
I'm afraid you don't understand. I'm Nicholas Carter. Mr. Stone's expecting me.
I'm taking my orders from Lieutenant Riley of the Metropolitan Police. He says to admit no one.
Riley? What's he doing here?
Investigating a murder.
Murder? I thought you said robbery, Nick.
What murder?
Come on, get out of here. I got my orders.
Come on, Patsy. Let's find Riley or Joe Stone.
Hey! You can't do that. Come back here.
It's all right. I'll explain to the police. Hurry, Patsy. Hurry.
What is this, Nick?
That's what I plan to find out right now. Then I take it this fellow Boyd who's been killed is a fairly unimportant chap, eh, Mr. Stone?
Well, yes. He was just a darn good electrician.
Oh. Doesn't seem to be any connection between his murder and the attempted robbery of Miss Doré.
Well, no, there doesn't.
Is Lieutenant Riley here now?
Yes, he's over on stage 5. It's that building over there. Do you want me to come with you?
Yes, I wish you would, Mr. Stone. There may be points I'd like to ask you about.
I'd be glad to help, of course, if I can help.
There's one thing I don't understand, Mr. Stone. You say Boyd was shot in the back with a poisoned arrow from a blowgun. It's an odd weapon. Should be fairly easy to trace.
You don't have to trace it very far, Mr. Carter. The blowgun and the arrow were mine.
Yours?
Yes, you see, 11 years ago, I tried to do a picture about a voodoo witch doctor who used the blowgun in it. I don't suppose you remember the picture, Mr. Carter. It was called The Voodoo Curse.
Oh, yes, I do. You had a bit of trouble over it, I believe.
A bit of trouble. It practically drove me into bankruptcy. I'd imported a real voodoo witch doctor from Haiti, and he put a curse on the whole studio.
Oh, come now, Stone. You don't really believe that.
I don't know what I believe anymore. 11 years ago, we had fires, we had explosions, we had mysterious thefts, we had just about everything. It got so that everybody was scared to work here. I had to close the studio, and now we have a murder.
Why should the witch doctor put a hex on you?
Oh, I had an argument with him, with a salary of some sort. He swore he'd break me, and he almost did. Oh, here, this is stage 5.
Well, Nicholas Carter.
Hi, Riley.
And Patsy.
Hello.
Well, what might you be doing here?
He's come to help you, Lieutenant.
Well, that's very obliging of him, I'm sure. Say, was that a crack?
Why, of course not.
Well, let's get to work. Riley, where was the body found?
Right over there by that door, Nick, where the chalk marks are.
I wonder what he was doing way over here.
He was setting up the stage, as I told you.
But all his equipment's over there, clear across the set. Riley, how was he facing when he died?
He was lying on his face with his head towards that door, Nick.
Shot in the back, wasn't he?
Yep. We figured from the angle of the arrow that the blowgun fella must have been sitting up there on that catwalk when he killed him.
Mr. Stone, what's behind that door that Boyd was heading for?
Well, special electrical equipment, I believe, for special effects.
Would Boyd have known that?
Yes, of course. He worked on this stage years ago. He probably would have remembered.
That's it, then. He was going into that room to see if he could find some special equipment he needed. That accounts for his being way over here.
And you think there was something in there the killer didn't want him to see, Nick?
Right, Riley. Let's go in.
The door's locked, Nick.
Oh, Stone, give me your keys, will you?
Keys? I have no keys for these rooms.
Well, did Boyd have any?
Well, I believe he had borrowed the caretaker set.
Riley, did you search the corpse?
Of course I did, Nick.
No keys?
No keys.
I can get a locksmith out from the village.
What? You have no duplicates?
The place has been locked up so long. I never expected to come back here. Was trying to sell it, as a matter of fact.
Pick the lock, Nick. This seems to be your day for doing that.
Just what I'm going to do, Patsy.
I'll get you more light.
Oh, he doesn't need light. He can see in the dark, practically.
No, you don't have to see to pick a lock. There. There. And there. That's it.
Now we'll get a look at what your killer didn't want Boyd to see. Here's the light switch.
Oh, wait. Don't crowd in like that. Uh-huh. Look.
Footprints.
Footprints in the dust. Golly, Nick, there goes your theory. Boyd was here before he was killed and took out whatever it was he wanted. Well, it was a cute theory while it lasted.
Maybe it's still a cute theory, as you call it.
All we have to do now, Nick, is to measure the prints and see if they're Boyd's or not.
They're not.
How do you know?
Yeah, you haven't even seen the body.
These prints were made by leather-soled shoes. Right, Riley?
Well, yeah, you're right, but...
And Boyd was wearing rubber soles.
How do you know he was, Nick?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Stone. Don't all technicians on a sound stage wear rubber-soled shoes to kill any noise that the soundtracks might pick up?
Well, you're right, Carter, they do.
Now, those leather-soled prints mean that it wasn't Boyd, but our friend the murderer who used the keys he took from Boyd to get in here.
They lead to that crate. Let's see what's in it.
No, don't walk on the footprints. We need them as evidence. I'll wager you'll find the crate empty. The murderer didn't just walk over to it, look in, and walk out again. Oh, no. He took away everything he didn't want Boyd or anyone else to find.
You're right, Nick. The crate is empty.
Shall we search the room, Nick?
Well, what's the point in that? If there was anything here, it's gone by now. Murderer seen to that. I wonder what was in this crate. I wonder if...
Help! Help!
Oh, Nick, the poor kid.
What is it, Carter?
Another murder.
Another? Good Lord.
Can you identify him, Stone?
Why, it's Bill Daly, our camera punk.
Camera punk? What's that?
Oh, it's studio slang for assistant to the cameraman.
Hey, you people all run too fast for me. Hey, what's up here?
See for yourself, Riley.
Well, good gosh, another murder. And it looks from his position as if he was just coming out of that door over there.
Well, that's funny. Both he and Boyd...
Any idea what he was doing around here, Stone?
Yes, I sent him over here myself about an hour ago to look in that warehouse, see if there was any of that old photographic equipment we could remodel and use. Priorities, you know. Daly was very clever at that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a mean-looking knife he's got sticking in his throat, Nick.
Knife? Good Lord.
Well, what is it, Mr. Stone?
That knife. It's from that same voodoo picture.
There seem to be a few too many of those old props hanging around. Are there any more?
Well, yes, there's a complete stock of weapons. Everything we used in that confounded picture.
The voodoo curse?
Yes.
I rather think I'd like to see that film, Stone. Is there a copy of it around here any place?
Well, as much as we ever shot of it, it was never finished, you know.
But you run it off for me.
Well, certainly I will. I'll go arrange it now.
Thanks.
Well, Nick, what do you think?
I'm not sure. Any opinions yourself?
Yes. My money's on Stone's doing it.
Stone? Why in the world would he do it?
Well, I don't know. I haven't figured out the reason for it yet. But he acts kind of funny. Nervous, sort of. And he keeps talking about the place maybe being haunted.
Oh, good heavens, Riley. Who wouldn't be nervous with all this murder going around? I know I am.
Well, take the weapons, Nick. They all belong to him.
But other people could have access to them, Riley. After all, Stone hasn't been here for over 10 years. And there's something more important you've overlooked, Riley.
What's that, Nick?
How did Stone manage to throw that knife at Daly while he was with us?
How do I know? We were all so busy looking at that storeroom on the set, he could have sneaked up. By golly, I'll bet that's how he did do it.
Oh, that's Stone beckoning to us. You want to go to see the movies, Riley?
I got better things to do, Nick. I'm going to search this joint.
How about you, Patsy?
Sure thing. But why do you want to see it?
I'm not sure, Patsy. But I've got sort of a hunch that the answer to all our questions lie hidden in that old picture.
Did all movie projectors make this racket 10 years ago?
Most of them, Patsy. Now listen.
You don't believe in our voodoo magic, eh? Well, if you've been here long enough to see some of the things I've seen.
Really, Ross, there's something uncanny about these natives. Call it coincidence if you like.
Who's the woman?
To me, it's
Gosh, she's good looking.
That's Lula Dore, the star of the picture Stone's shooting here now.
Don't their voices sound funny and tinny?
Yeah, they certainly do.
Easy enough to scoff when you've just come down from the States. But it is magic. There's no other way to explain some of the things that happen.
Magic? Mumbo jumbo, you mean? You'll never convince me it's anything else. I suppose this is another of those wild dances.
Now, there's a really good voice. Who is he, Nick?
Now, don't tell me you don't remember him, Patsy. His name was Bart Tyson, great leading man, 10 years back.
Oh, I remember his name, of course.
This is rather better than most of the dances I've seen.
Patsy, I've heard that voice very recently.
The picture must be almost over now, Nick. Have you discovered anything?
I'm not sure yet.
Gosh, they had some pretty fancy photography in those days. I thought all that underwater swimming stuff was comparatively new.
Oh, no. Stone was the first person to use it.
Well, how did they do it? Look at that man swimming. It couldn't be faked.
It isn't. It was taken through some sort of a glass tank.
That native has been underwater for 20 minutes. No human can hold his breath that long.
That's what I've been telling you, Ross. They're magic, these natives. Magic.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
That voice. I've heard it somewhere before myself. I never heard Tyson act before. Hey, don't we see the ending?
Nope. That's all they made, Patsy. The picture wasn't finished.
Well, did you find out what you wanted to?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, Mr. Carter, did you like the picture?
Oh, very interesting, Stone.
Oh, that Lula Dore certainly is beautiful, isn't she, Mr. Stone? I've never seen her in pictures before. Has she done anything else?
No, nothing. Until now that she's starring in my new show on Broadway.
That's funny. I think with her looks and her voice, she'd be a sensation.
That's what I've always claimed, but, well, she got scared off after all these things happened during the filming of this one, and, well, she's stuck to Broadway ever since. And when Tyson, her leading man, was hurt, she rather felt...
Oh, I was wondering what happened to Tyson. From what I could gather from this show, he should have been at natural for talkies.
Oh, he was. But we had a bad explosion, and his whole face was terribly scarred. That's why we could never finish this picture. He never could act in pictures again.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, Stone, thanks for showing us the film. Mind if we scout around after Riley?
Oh, no, not at all. If you need me, I'll be on stage 3. We're going to start shooting soon.
Good.
It's funny about Dore. She seems to be cropping up in our lives all over the place.
Yes, she does, doesn't she? Patsy, if you find a telephone, get hold of Scubby.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what you can about Bart Tyson and what's happened to him since the accident.
Okay, Nick. Where'd you be?
If I don't see you before, I'll meet you at Stone's office at noon.
Right.
Oh, Nick! Nick Carter!
Oh, Riley. Just looking for you. You found anything yet?
Well, we found all the weapons from that voodoo movie. All except the ones we'd already found, that is.
How'd you know you found them all?
Stone had an inventory. We checked on it.
Well, if your theory about Stone's correct, Riley, he could have falsified that inventory.
Well, why should he?
Well, perhaps he had a couple of weapons hidden somewhere and doesn't want us to know anything about them.
Nick, the more I think about it, the less I like that guy.
Find anything else?
No, not a blessed thing.
Search the whole lot, have you?
All but stage 9 over there. That's locked up tighter than a drum. And I can't pick locks the way the great Carter does.
Okay, I'll take care of those. Riley, why don't you go on down to stage 3? They're going to start shooting the picture pretty soon, and I'd feel a lot more comfortable if someone were on guard there. We've had enough murders for one day.
suppose you think this is a gag, having us get all dressed up like merry villagers or something.
It's not a gag, Patsy. It's insurance.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. When we're dressed up in our regular clothes, everybody in the lot knows who we are. But anyone seeing us dressed up like this will think we're actors and never look at us twice.
I never thought I'd live to see the day when people wouldn't stare at Nick Carter, master detective, all dressed up in knee pants.
Quiet. Did you check with Scubby?
Yep. But just as Stone said, Tyson was hurt in that explosion and then just sort of vanished. Hasn't been heard of since.
That takes care of that. Well, here's stage 9. The only place that hasn't been searched either by Riley or me.
What do you expect to find?
I don't know.
It's funny, this door isn't locked. Everything else on the lot has been.
Yes. Riley distinctly said it was locked when he tried it. Well, keep your eyes open. There may be a reason for it being open now.
Golly, it's dark inside here.
Here, take this flashlight.
Okay.
I've got another.
Hey, Nick, look. There's an old makeup table. I wonder what kind of makeup they used in those days.
Patsy, we haven't time to stop for you
Nick.
to look at makeup.
Look here. Why, this makeup isn't old at all.
What's that?
No, this is the very latest type of movie makeup, and it's all new stuff.
Well, good for you, Patsy. Yes, there's something funny about this.
Definitely, Nick. Well, this panchromatic makeup wasn't developed until Technicolor came in. They didn't use this type of makeup back in the days when this studio was in use. Somebody must have been here since. And none of the actors are making up way over here.
Right, Patsy. I'll make a detective out of you yet. Now let's see if we can find anything else.
Oh, I'm getting creeps, Nick. I don't like it here.
Patsy, I think we're getting warm. This is one of the first real clues we... Hey. Recognize that?
Wait. Well, that must be the glass tank they used to take that swimming sequence in the Voodoo movie.
Right you are. I wonder why they left it half full of water this way.
When they finished taking that scene, they probably just walked off and left it here.
Maybe.
Don't forget they closed this place in a hurry. What are you doing?
Patsy, this water is fresh.
What?
It'd be stale if it had been here 10 years. Stale and smelly.
Say, I'm beginning to think maybe Stone's right and there is a hex on this place.
Too bad that voodoo picture wasn't in Technicolor. Those colored stones at the bottom of the tank would have showed up beautifully.
They are beautiful, aren't they?
Yes, you bet that. Hey, Patsy.
What?
Look here. Those aren't just colored stones. They're... Douse your lights, Patsy, quick. We've got callers. Duck back here behind this crate.
Throwing us all in the clink this morning with this snooping.
Why the boss always swipes such important rock? Why didn't he settle for just a small fraud?
The men we're
big
after.
time, that's why. He's got enough dough to pay all the bills until that stuff cools off. And when it's safe to handle, he'll smuggle it out of the country and sell it for plenty.
Well, what's he leave it lying around here for? Hidden in the old equipment.
Now we know why
Who would have
Boyd
ever
was
thought
killed.
that anybody'd ever come back here?
Gosh, when that punk went into that storehouse, I bet he saw the works.
He did. The boss spotted him going in and just had time enough to get that knife and come back and nail him. And the kid was dashing back to Stone to spill the beans.
Gee, the boss is sure lucky.
He ain't lucky. He's smart. He had Lippy planted up on that catwalk just in case somebody got an idea to go into that electrician's storeroom. And somebody did.
Dusty
That
in here.
takes brains to know that.
Well, we better get going, huh, Jake?
Yeah, you start draining the tank so we can get the rocks. I'll get the makeup stuff.
Why is he moving everything out now?
He figures it'll have cooled off by now, and with the stuff he's going to lift from that Doré dame this afternoon...
Nick, I'm going to
he figures he'll
sneeze.
have
Hold
enough
it,
to keep
Patsy.
him from having to do any... Oh, who's that?
Hey, look, over there, Jake. Two guys. Only come here.
Run for it, Patsy.
Come
Run
here.
where? Let go of me, you...
Let her go, you lousy rat.
Get away!
Let her go, you hear me? Let her go. Hey, I'll handle it, baby. You want to stuck your hand with that knife?
Take your hands off me.
I gotta get rough. Well, there you are. Guess that'll hold him. Gosh, it took 3 of us to knock him cold. He a fighter or something?
Hey, I know him. It's Nick Carter, the Dick.
Nick Carter. Hey. And a good-looking doll.
Well, it's a good thing you called me in time. Now, what are we going to do with them now that we got them, huh? We can't just leave them lying around. Somebody's bound to notice them.
Hey, the fish tank.
Yeah, that's right. We'll throw them in there. Then when they're good and drowned, we'll drain the tank and get them and the other stuff out at the same time.
Good idea, Lippy.
Okay.
Here, Pete. You lift the lid. You shove the girl in, Lippy.
All right.
Jake and I'll dump that Carter guy in.
It'll be a real pleasure to do something like this to a copper.
Here, come on.
Ready? Go ahead. Put Carter in first.
Okay, here he goes. Happy swimming, Carter! Yeah.
Now dump the dame in, Jake.
In you go, lady.
That's okay. Hey, listen, guys. Suppose they get out.
We'll see that they don't get out. Stokey, put the lid down on the tank.
Okay, Jake.
And I'll put this padlock on, and they're safe as if they was in jail.
That's good work. Hey, look, boys, they're coming too.
So what? Who cares now?
Yeah, who cares? Lippy, turn on the water.
Okay. Here she comes, Jake.
Get those 2 baby spots set up there, will you?
This what you want?
That's better. Now, open number 2 a little more.
Okay.
All right, this is the take. Ready?
Ready. All set.
Lights. Camera. All right, action, Miss Dory.
It was when I first opened your letter that I knew at last. As I opened the envelope...
No, Lulu, darling. Mean what you say. Remember, your lover has returned. Now, this is your big moment. Now, relax. Take it easy now. Now, come on. Once more. All right, action. Come on.
It was when I first opened your letter that I knew at last. As I opened the envelope, even before I read the words that you'd written there, I realized that what I'd hoped for so long had at last...
Hey, what's the matter with those lights? Why aren't they...
Turn on those lights. I'm in charge here. There'll be no confusion.
Quiet, everybody. Quiet.
The masked man.
Who are you to tell me I'm the director on this picture? This is a holdup. A holdup?
Look here, you can't pull a holdup.
Quiet, I said. Quiet if you don't want a bullet in your teeth. Quiet. The man's mad. That's better. Now, nobody will get hurt if you just keep quiet and do as you're told. Turn on that spotlight.
Okay, boss.
That's it. Now, all of you, line up against the wall there. Come on, get moving. I don't want to shoot, but I will if you make me. And shut up.
You can't tell me to shut up.
That order includes you too, Riley. Now, don't forget that although you can't see me with this spotlight shining in your eyes, I can see you very clearly. Now, each one of you in turn will step forward and put your valuables on that table in center stage. And don't try to hold out on me or it'll be bad for you. All right. We'll start with the star performer, Miss Lulu Doré. Please, Miss Doré, if you think I can't see you trying to hide behind the drapes over there, you're wrong. You're in this, too. Your jewels, please.
No, not my emeralds. Surely you won't...
Surely I will. It's those emeralds I'm particularly interested in. You don't think I care for the little wristwatches and pocketbooks I'm going to get from the rest of these people, do you?
But you can't mean to take my
One
emeralds.
more word out of you and I'll come after them myself. And if I do it...
Stand where you are, Tyson. I've got you covered.
Nick Carter!
Nick, praise be. Is that you?
Come and get me, Carter.
Watch him, Riley, if you can. Turn the lights on, Patsy.
Right there. Here they are.
There he goes, Nick. I missed him, darn it. Did you see where he went, Nick?
There he goes, Mr. Carter, climbing up the catwalk. Tyson, come down from there or I'll shoot.
You haven't got a gun, Nick Carter. Yours is too wet to shoot after your little swim. But I've got my gun. Here.
You missed me, Tyson, but I won't miss you. You may not know it, but my guns are absolutely waterproof.
Oh!
Nice work, Carter. You shot the gun right out of his hand. And now your gun's gone, Tyson. Come on down.
Yeah? Come up here and get me. You haven't caught me yet. So long.
Oh, look at him run. He should make a misstep or lose his balance up there. He'd fall off and get hurt.
Tyson, stop. Look out, you don't slip there.
Nick, he lost his balance.
Watch out, Tyson. You say you want us to drop you at headquarters, Riley?
If you will, Nick.
Okay. Your men got the rest of Tyson's gang all right?
They did. They're coming right behind us.
Was Tyson badly hurt from his fall?
Oh, no, not much. Just a broken ankle. He'll be all right. All right, that is, until he gets to the electric chair.
Oh, Nick, when I think of how close we came to drowning, I'm scared all over again.
Hey, how did you say you got out of that tank, Nick?
Believe it or not, Lieutenant, he cut a piece of that heavy glass with a diamond in his ring.
Well, what do you know? But look, if it was as easy as all that, well, what took you so long doing it, Nick?
I had to wait until the thugs got out of the room. Then I just cut a nice little circle out of the glass right beside where the padlock was, reached out, and picked the lock. All very simple.
Simple for you, maybe, not for me. And you say you found the jewels Tyson had stolen in the bottom of the tank, eh?
Yes, Riley. What Patsy and I had thought were pretty colored stones turned out to be all the jewels Tyson had stolen during the last 10 years, all unmounted and dumped in with the pebbles in the tank.
But what made you first suspect Tyson, Nick?
Well, Patsy, it was his voice first. Remember I told you after we saw him in the movie that I knew I had heard his voice somewhere very recently?
Oh, so that's why that voice sounded so familiar.
Can you imagine that? A movie star turned crook.
Then there was the fact that Tyson had faded so completely out of sight after his accident. That looked fishy to me. No great star would have let his career be ruined without bringing a suit of some kind. Unless he had some plans of his own.
And from what I learned from Scubby, we realized he never had brought suit.
Yes, and a suit like that would have made all the tabloids.
But how did you know Tyson and the watchman were the same?
I didn't, Patsy. Until you found that makeup kit. That panchromatic makeup is often used to cover scars. And then I remembered the scarred gateman. It fitted. So did his voice, and the fact that he had the only remaining set of keys to the lot. And, of course, he had all the opportunity in the world.
But I bet you didn't realize that the murders were tied up with the robberies. Not until we heard those crooks talking, I mean.
Well, the makeup kit told me that, too. Remember, Patsy, how you always claimed that all those robberies were done by individuals, not a gang?
Yes, but I still don't see
Well, Tyson was a consummate actor, and he had complete knowledge of makeup. He disguised himself as a different character, I imagine, for each robbery. Evidently, he played his role expertly, since he succeeded in giving the impression that different people were committing the various thefts.
But say, if that makeup was so good, why couldn't he have gone back to the movies instead of turning thief?
Well, Riley, it was good enough for dim lights, but not for the sharp eyes of the camera.
Oh, I see.
Poor fellow. What an end for a great star.
Yes. The explosion probably injured his mind, too.
One more thing, Nick. How did he get to be caretaker?
Oh, I asked Stone that. He said he felt sorry for the man and had given him the job out of kindness.
Oh?
Well, that's all over now.
Except that from now on I'm allergic to water anywhere, except in drinking glasses.
This was another strange experience of Nick Carter, Master Detective, called The Glass Coffin, or Nick Carter and the Mystery of the Voodoo Curse. Another of the curious adventures of Nick Carter, which are brought to you regularly at the same time by WOR Mutual. And now, Nick, will you tell us something about your story for next week?
Well, next week we leave this part of the country and are going out west to the mining districts of Montana.
Did you go too, Patsy?
Yes, I went along. But Nick and Scubby did most of the work and had most of the excitement. I just stayed in the hotel and waited.
Yes, that was the first case that Scubby and I really worked out together.
And before they were through with it, Scubby very nearly went crazy, literally. And Nick just missed being buried alive.
You see, it started out to be a case of robbery, but it ended up with at least 2 murders and more excitement than I've had in a long time.
Well, I hope it's as good as it sounds.
It's better. But more of that next week. So long.
So long, folks. We'll be seeing you.
And so long to you, Nick and Patsy. In the strange adventure you've just heard, Nick Carter was impersonated by Lon Clark, Patsy by Helen Choate. The story was written for Nick Carter by Nancy and Gene Webb. Original music was played by Lew White. The entire production was under the direction of Jock McGregor. Next week at the same time, another curious experience of Nick Carter entitled
The Flying Duck Murders, or Nick Carter and the Mysterious Gold Thieves.
This story is a copyrighted feature of Street and Smith Publications, Incorporated.
My name is Humphrey Davis. I've been playing the part of Lieutenant Riley in tonight's show. Just now, though, I'm speaking as myself. Actors, you know, appear at many war bond rallies. We like to know that what we can do may help in selling more bonds. But after all, selling more war bonds is everyone's business. You can talk to your friends about the Third War Loan Campaign just as any speaker might. You know the reasons why we must buy extra bonds. You know how purchases of extra war bonds back the attack. You know that they're a great investment. And you know that giving up something you were planning to buy for yourself and buying war bonds instead isn't really any sacrifice. And as you think of these things, how about doing more in this third war loan yourself? Because you can't do too much for the men who are fighting for us every minute somewhere in the world.
The Return of Nick Carter is produced in the studios of WOR and is broadcast over most of these stations every Monday evening at 9:30 Eastern Wartime. This is Mutual.
Welcome back. Well, it's remarkable to think of how in the about 15 years prior to this episode, how much the motion picture industry had just fundamentally changed. And this episode captures that pretty well. The other thing that's captured is the pulp origins of Nick Carter. That whole death trap he was left in was kind of reminiscent of something you'd see on the 60s Batman show. Not in I think, a campy way, but in a real sense of just kind of pulp tradition. And of course, the way he escaped was classic, perhaps not plausible for your average human being, but one thing you'll learn in the course of the serial is that Nick Carter is definitely not your average detective. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We will be back next week with another episode of Nick Carter. Join us tomorrow for the conclusion of this week's Johnny Dollar serial. And for the next Carter Brown mystery begins tomorrow. Before we get started, I want to truly thank everyone who has looked into making vacation plans at JohnnyDollarAir.com. It really does help out the show. It's a Priceline.com affiliate, and so you get all the benefits of going to Priceline, where you can either choose from published fares on hotels, rental cars, airline tickets, or you can name your own price. Plus, at no additional cost to you, a portion of your purchase price goes to support the great detectives of old-time radio. So remember, whenever you're making travel plans, visit JohnnyDollarAir.com. All right, well, now we're going to wrap up this week's Johnny Dollar serial. Be sure to listen after the program, Johnny Dollar, when we will bring you another Carter Brown mystery, and I think you will enjoy it. But now it's time for the Cui Bono Matter, Part 5.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Jim Peterson, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, hiya, Sheriff.
I understand you talked with Miss Parker this afternoon.
That's right, I did.
Well, what do you think now?
I think I'm going back to Hartford the first thing in the morning.
So, you finally decided the girl is innocent?
I don't know, Sheriff. And I probably never will know. I'm just finishing up my report now. I'll send you a copy of it.
Well, I'll be mighty interested in seeing it.
On the basis of my investigation, I'm sure the company will pay her claim without question whenever she's ready to file. I'm beat, hands down, and there's no use denying it.
Well, you can't win every time, Mr. Dollar.
It's not that, Sheriff. But this is the first time I've ever had to end a report with a question mark.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location Green Pass, Virginia, to the Home Office, Surety Mutual Insurance Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Cui Bono Matter. Expense account, final page. Item 14, 50 cents. Notary fee on a 20-page report. A report that covered everything and told nothing. But it was the best I could do. I had no more leads, no new ideas. The bare facts of the case still stood. Dan Parker had returned unexpectedly from a trip, entered his darkened home late at night, and had been shot to death as a prowler by his daughter Luann. Amount of insurance, $100,000. Beneficiary, Luann. I checked through a half a dozen theories and been forced to throw out every one of them. And the whole case finally came down to just one simple question. When Luann pulled that trigger and fired down the dark stairway, did she or did she not know that she was shooting at her father? I couldn't answer it, and I didn't believe anyone else would ever be able to. Except, of course, Luann herself. Item 15, $1 even. Transportation out to the Happy Hollow Roadhouse, where the steaks were good, the drinks were good, and a beaten-down guy could kill an evening.
Well, wrap me up and nail me south. Here's that dollar man again.
How's it going, Sammy?
Business gets any worse, I'll open an artery. You here for kicks tonight, or are you going to put the arm on me again?
Let joy reign unsuppressed.
That's the word, man. That's the word. Come on over. I'll let you buy me a drink. You're riding on a swindle sheet.
Or better yet, I'll let you buy me one. You own the joint.
Okay. Set us up, Joe. Make mine the usual fusel.
What'll you have, sir?
Scotch on the rocks.
You ever get through to that Parker chick?
Yeah, I talked to her this afternoon.
Well, what do you think, man? Was I right or was I right?
About what?
Is she a cool fool or not?
I don't know, Sammy. She's a tough one to figure.
She's just a tough one, period. Well, here's to the housekeeper's daughter.
Yep.
Whew. This stuff is murder. I don't know why the customers stand for it. So what comes next, Tex?
I'm going back to Hartford in the morning.
And little Cookie gets her payoff. 100 G's. Man, that's really going for broke.
If she is on the level, it's not enough to pay for the way she'll probably feel for the rest of her life.
Feel? That one? I'm telling you, man, I know that little fluff. She's got a heart about as big and warm as the olive in a martini.
You could be right.
I know I'm right. She's took you, man. She's took you good. Bang, bang, and the little lady wins a prize.
Maybe so.
A big, fat 100 G's. And bad old Papa in the cold, cold ground. Man, she was really shooting for new shoes that night.
Well, if she was, she's got 'em, Sammy. There's nothing more I can do about it.
So that's life.
What isn't?
You win a little, lose a little, and taxes take the rest. Why, Parker's got it made, man. Safe and cozy in his little box. No more worries.
Oh, sure. But we can't all be lucky. Sometimes it... Well. Brace yourself, Sammy. It looks like you're raided.
What? Oh, it's the sheriff. Right on time.
On time?
Relax, Max. He's just come to tell the tale and do the deal.
Protection?
Sure. Same setup I had with Parker. And the sheriff says he'll keep Bully Boy Bates in line. How about that, huh?
Well, life goes on, I guess.
Well, I wasn't expecting to run into you out here, Miss Dollar.
I don't imagine.
Finish your report?
Yep. Right down to the last comma, Sheriff. And the last question mark.
Oh, now, I don't reckon there's any question mark. You got to the truth, all right. Just wasn't what you'd expected, that's all.
Maybe so.
You got a minute, Sammy?
Sure thing, pal. Let's go back to the office. Stick around, Dollar. The joint will be jumping.
Fine.
I can hardly wait.
Let's have another one here, bartender.
Coming up.
Sir, would you do me the honor of having a little drink with me?
Well, thanks. I'm having one with you. I've already got it.
Well, so you have. Well, another little one never hurts, though.
Later, maybe. Thanks, anyway.
Any time, friend. What line you in?
The insurance record.
Well, that's all right, I guess. Oh, thank you. Thank you, bartender. Thank you very much. I'm in ladies' ready-to-wear myself.
Must be fascinating.
A wholesale. I work out of Baltimore. Cover 3 whole states. Oh, I got a great little line of merchandise.
I really don't need any.
Oh, the heck with business. Let's live a little, shall we? Mr.
Dollar. Johnny Dollar.
Oh, yes. Well, here's looking at you, Dollar. You know, I always believe in living while I can. Because you never know.
Now, that's a very profound thought.
No, sir, you just never do. Because it can happen to anybody. Just like it did to a fellow I met last week. Man right here in this town, too. A fellow named Parker.
Parker?
That's right. He was a fine chap.
I met him on the train coming out from Richmond. I was on my way to Roanoke. Oh, we were laughing and we were joking and everything. And that very night he got killed. And I read about it in the paper. So you just don't never know.
Hey, look, tell me something. Are you the man who got off the train with him, talked with him on the platform while the train was standing in the station?
That's right. He wanted me to meet his daughter. And that's all he talked about. It was his daughter. Oh, he was crazy about that kid.
Well, did he expect her to be there at the station?
Yes, but she wasn't. I guess he got the wires crossed. He tried to phone her, but he didn't have any luck. So I get back on the train. He walks off down the road, and a half hour later, he's dead. I'm telling you, you just never know.
On the train, on the way down, what did he say about his daughter?
Oh, you know, the way a guy talks about his kid. He worshipped her. Yes, he did. That's all. He was telling how they were always kidding each other, and they were... Oh, say, here, take a look at this tie I'm wearing.
Yeah, sure, it's a nice tie.
Sure, it's a nice tie. That's what anybody would think, just to look at it. Yeah, it's a nice... Come on. I want to show you something about this tie.
Well, can't you show me without going
No, you got to go outside, so come on. Mr. Parker gave me this tie. He was wearing one on the train, and I liked it, so he gave me one. He said he had 3 of them. His daughter gave them to him the week before. He got them from some novelty house. So come on.
Well, look, what is it you want to show me about it?
Oh, come on. We got to go down there at the corner of the building. Oh, boy, this'll knock you out. No, I'm telling you, it's just real crazy.
Yeah, it must be.
Parker never would have given it to me, except he had 3 of them. He figured he could never wear them all, so...
Well, come on, let's see the trick.
All right. Look, it's just a nice necktie, isn't it? That's all. Yeah, that's all. Nothing out of the ordinary. Now, come on around the corner here, out of the light. Oh, boy, this is going to fracture you. Now, look.
Well, I'll be... Good Lord.
How about that, eh? Is it crazy? That daughter of Parker's really must be something, huh?
Yeah, she is.
Can you imagine a kid thinking up an idea like that? Can you? Giving her dad a necktie that glows in the dark.
Good evening, Miss Parker.
Why, Mr. Dollar, what are you doing out here this time of night?
Mind if I come in?
Please do.
Thanks. Oh, I brought your gun back. The sheriff was finished with it.
I never want to see it again.
And how you feel? I'll put it here on the table. You'd better not leave it there, though. It's loaded.
I wish Sheriff Peterson had kept it.
Oh, it may come in handy sometime. Again.
Mr. Dollar.
I was planning to leave town in the morning, Miss Parker. I'd already made out my report and given you a clean bill of health.
Well, I didn't even realize I was under suspicion. What was I supposed to have done, Mr. Dollar?
Deliberately murdered your father in order to collect $100,000 in life insurance?
You've got a pretty horrible mind, haven't you?
Maybe, but I wouldn't trade it for yours. Haven't you noticed my necktie, Miss Parker? I thought you'd tag it the first thing.
Why should I?
Because it belonged to your father. A special gift from his loving daughter. He gave it to a man he met on the train, and I bought it for $10 this evening. So now you know what happened to the third tie. That's probably been bothering you. Because I imagine you carefully destroyed the other 2.
I think you're a little more than slightly insane.
Oh, it was a neat plan. Simple and sweet. You got the idea a month ago when the sheriff caught a prowler over on the south side of town. And suddenly you began to hear prowlers at night. You bought your father a set of ties that glow in the dark. And then you waited. And when he came back from that trip, you got your chance.
You've got quite an imagination.
Oh, it was a great setup. A dark house and him wearing a tie that glowed in the dark, just like this one, Miss Parker. It was a perfect target. You couldn't miss. It's almost a shame that you were beaten by one unforeseen accident. Your father talked to a stranger and gave him a tie. And that tie is going to hang you.
No, I don't think so, Mr. Dollar.
Turn on those lights.
You were right, you know. It is a perfect target. You were very clever, Mr. Dollar, but not quite clever enough, or you'd have known. Sheriff.
Yeah, I've been standing out there on the terrace.
You...
No, Luann. You better give me the gun. No use pointing it, honey. It's loaded with blanks. You all right, Miss Dollar?
Yeah, I'm all right, Sheriff. A little sick, that's all. That anybody so beautiful could be so rotten.
You faked it. You tricked up the whole thing just to frame me, you filth. You dirty evil.
That's enough, Luann. No. That's enough. Nobody tricked you except yourself. That's hard for me to believe. Dan and me used to take you fishing with us when you wasn't no higher than that. You was the prettiest little thing I think I'd ever
Oh,
seen.
shut up, you old fool.
Now I got to take you someplace again. Wish I hadn't ever lived to see this day. And I'm mighty glad that Dan ain't here to see it. Come on, honey. We better get started.
Expense account item 16, $148.30. Hotel and incidentals in Green Pass and transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $382.65. End of account, end of report. Remarks. When you gave me this assignment, Don, you asked a question, a phrase in Latin. Cui bono? Who benefits? So here's your answer. Nobody. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, there'll be another intriguing story for you beginning next Monday night.
Next week, a study in entomology. You know, bugs. And this one's the deadly variety. A firebug. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were D.J. Thompson, Mary Jane Croft, Forrest Lewis, Byron Kane, Russell Thorson, Sam Edwards, Dal McKennon, and Howard McNear. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, that was one of those very convenient resolutions. In this case, Johnny willing to give up when the one man he needs happens to show up at the same bar Johnny is at, with a key piece of evidence. So not my favorite resolution, but the acting throughout was so solid, I can forgive most anything. This is also one of those murder plots where the perpetrator, and this happens in fiction, the perpetrator acts like they're so smart, so intelligent, and they come up with this tool, this very complex tool to capture and secure the victim, that they never seem to consider how much risk there is of something going wrong. I mean, for example, you think with this situation, he mentioned this tie to a complete stranger. Certainly mentioned it to folks around town. Again, she seemed to have the people in the town kind of wrapped around her finger. Or, there's the risk of somebody finding out. There's a risk if you're depending on that for your targeting. What if it's a hot night and he just feels like, man, it's hot, and he takes his tie off, outside, for some reason. So you don't get the clear shot. It's one of those things fiction writers can do with their mysteries. I don't care for it because it just doesn't seem real. You know, the basic methods of committing a murder or even staging a murder are going to be the ones that work best. You start throwing in glow-in-the-dark ties. And I remember, you know, I'm almost through all the Nero Wolfe books. And Rex Stout had a period like in the late 30s and early 40s when he could never just have a simple murder. He had to have a Rube Goldberg machine set up for the murder. This kind of feels like that in terms of the resolution. But again, good acting and Latin phraseology, we can overlook a little bit. We've got some listener comments and feedback, but none of it is Johnny Dollar specific, so I'm going to save it all for after the Carter Brown story. And you'll recall we left off a couple weeks ago with High Sky Hoodoo. And this next serial was actually aired the week after High Sky Hoodoo. This serial originally aired in Australia the week of December the 28th, 1957. So here now is Crime for a King.
Carter Brown, Mysteries. Adventures in excitement and suspense, based on the best-selling novels by the slick storytelling sensation, Carter Brown.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Carter Brown to bring you another of my books, a story called Crime for a King, in which a private detective, Roger King, is embroiled in a batch of bewildering events. Normally a private eye knows all about his assignment, but in this case our hero's in the dark, which naturally enough makes it hard for him to see where he's going. But he can tell it better than I can, so I'll hand over to Roger King.
There was an east wind driving past the car. Behind the wheel of the Dodge, I had to pull up my coat collar. I lit another cigarette and kept my eyes on the road and the car in front of me. The car which contained Miss Elise St. Crease, whom it was my job to follow. About 3/4 of an hour out of town, the road swung round in a bend. When I came round it, I saw the Packard had pulled into the side of the concrete, and a hefty character in chauffeur's uniform waved me to a stop. I wound the window down as he approached.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Miss St. Crease would like to speak to you.
And who is Miss St. Crease?
My dear sir, if you have not been following us for the last 25 miles, it must be my mistake. Just drive on and forget it. But if I am right, then you know who she is. We can forget the pretenses.
Okay, fair enough. I'll have a word with the lady. Good evening.
Hello. You are the private detective, I presume.
A snooper is probably the word you're looking for.
Who do you snoop for?
Around this time of the year, Santa Claus. Now, what are you expecting in your stocking, apart from a luscious limb?
Is wit a necessary accompaniment of your profession?
Oh, not really. We throw it in as an extra.
You have not answered my question.
I have a client who pays good dough for me to trail you. Why should I tell you his name?
Because I am curious. Because I don't like being followed around.
That's too bad.
I don't think I like your attitude. You look like becoming a nuisance.
Oh, you'll get used to me after a while. Hey, let's ride in your car and save the juice in mine, huh? What do you say?
I say that you begin to bore me. Johnny?
Of course.
Hey, what?
Too late, my friend.
Something belonging to the chauffeur, probably his fist, came across my head, and I lost interest in the proceedings. When I came round, I was sitting behind the wheel of my car, with a headache and without the ignition key. The hulking chauffeur must have tossed it in the bushes. But I'd been caught that way before, and I kept a spare in the glove box. As I drove back in the direction of the city, which contained my apartment, which contained my bed, which would contain me as soon as I could get to it, the only thought in my mind was that my client wouldn't be happy about this. It was about 3 a.m. when I was climbing gratefully into the sheets when suddenly... Roger King.
So glad you got home safely. Did you walk?
No, I cut a hole in the floorboards of the car and pedaled it home.
It's nice to know that you have not lost that quaint sense of humor.
That smack on the cranium has improved it. Tell that chauffeur of yours that next time we meet, I'll try and do the same thing for him.
Would that be wise? After all, he is so much bigger than you.
How did you get my name and phone number?
I would have thought that you could have deduced that. You were unconscious, weren't you? And in your pocket was your wallet, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. Tell me, is there any point to this conversation, or you just like talking to me?
I don't like talking to you at all, Mr. King, but this once it is necessary. You received very mild treatment tonight. Next time it could be much, much nastier.
Are you threatening me, my elegant Elise? I can hardly hold the receiver. I'm trembling so badly.
Very funny. This is my last warning, King. Find something else to do, and tell whoever has employed you why. Otherwise, you might wake up one morning and find yourself dead.
Well, well. Now, just what the devil can all that mean? I arose refreshed but resentful, and I had an idea that my client, Mr. Polvey, was going to be resentful, too. It was about 10 o'clock when I presented myself at the offices of Overseas Enterprises Incorporated and asked the pulsating platinum blonde secretary to announce me.
Come in, King. Well, have you anything to report this morning?
In a short word, no.
What do you mean by that?
I followed her car, then I was hailed by a chauffeur. She made it clear she didn't like being followed. The chauffeur made it even clearer by slugging me over the skull. When I came to, they and their car had gone.
So you don't know where she went?
You're right on the ball this morning.
See here, King, I'm not paying you for rudeness. I'm paying you for results, of which I appear to receive none.
Just remember that it's one thing to trail someone who's using the subway, but quite another thing to trail someone who travels in a chauffeur-driven Packard.
That was your problem, and you don't seem to have tackled it very competently. I shall have to find someone who can carry out an assignment without falling down on it.
Does that mean I'm fired?
In a short word, yes.
Well, it doesn't exactly come as a surprise. How about my dough?
I shall have my secretary draw you a check. $150 covers it, I think. A lot of money to pay for nothing.
But you're not paying me for nothing, Polvey. You're paying for the privilege of discharging me. There was a restaurant on the ground floor of the building, and so I decided to step in for a cup of coffee. I'd hardly taken my first sip when a familiar, creamy voice fell on my ears.
Do you mind if I share your table?
Well, well, Miss St. Creets herself. And what are you doing here?
Asking if I can share your table.
Well, it's a free country, or so the rumor goes.
How was Mr. Polvey this morning?
Not very happy. He fired me. He thought private eyes should all have steel skulls, and because I hadn't got one, I must be masquerading under false pretenses.
That's too bad, Mr. King.
Oh, stop it. Your sympathy unmans me. In a minute, I'll be weeping salt tears into my good cup of coffee.
I'm glad you didn't have to walk home.
Oh, that's past history. Now, if I was still working for Polvey, I should be worried about letting you trail me to his office. But as I am now unemployed, I couldn't care less.
I wonder why Polvey had me followed.
Does that wad of dough you've just dropped casually on the table wonder, too?
Yes, you could say it does.
Much as I hate to pass up the chance of some folding money, I don't know. All I know is that Polvey hired me to follow you. He didn't tell me who you were or why he wanted tabs kept on you. All he told me was that you were going to that party last night and I was to take it from there. As you know, I didn't take it very far. In fact, my work for Polvey might be summed up in 3 words. Hired, tired, fired.
Well, thank you for being honest anyway. You're not leaving the money lying there, are you?
Honesty is so rare that it's for free.
You misunderstand me. That money is a retainer.
Retainer? For what?
For watching Mr. Polvey. I am hiring you to find out as much as you can about him.
Where do I report back to?
I shall call at your office every morning at 10. Any other questions, Mr. King?
Only one. Am I crazy or is everybody else?
That is not what I am paying you to find out. You will start on your assignment immediately, of course.
Well, not till around 5 this afternoon.
Why not at once?
Because the quickest, easiest, and best way to find out about Polvey is to trail his platinum blonde secretary.
Oh.
Not to mention the fact that following her will give me something interesting to look at on the way.
Yes.
Oh, it's Mr. King.
Hi, beautiful.
What do you want?
Well, since you ask, what are you doing for dinner tonight?
I'm flattered, Mr. King. Don't tell me you came all the way out here just to ask me to dinner.
That's a fact.
And how did you know where I lived?
Simple. I followed you.
Well, in the face of that, what can I say? I have an engagement for dinner tonight, but come in and have a drink anyway, Mr. King.
Just call me Roger, huh? Miss,
Oliver. Marcia Oliver. This way, Roger.
Hey, quite a place you have here, Marcia.
I like it. This is the living room.
Hmm.
Will you have a martini?
You don't have to ask me twice.
Try the lounge. I find it very comfortable.
Thanks. Hey, you're right. It is, and big enough for two.
You're getting a little ahead of yourself, aren't you, Roger? We're only at the drinking stage. Here you are.
Thanks. I drink to a very beautiful girl.
Who am I to call you a liar? Good luck.
You mix a masterly martini.
Well, thank you. And how's the private detecting business?
Booming. In spite of the brush-up I had from your boss this morning.
Oh, that was too bad. He seemed to be in a very bad temper all day.
Tell me, what do Overseas Enterprises Incorporated do for a living?
Import, export. Fine stuff mostly. Jewelry, antiques and so on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are you ready for another martini?
Thanks. Your version really has a kick in it. I've never had one martini hit me that hard before.
Maybe you've just got a weak head.
Not normally, but right now, I feel something like the morning after 2 nights before.
Maybe you'd better not have any more.
Maybe I'd better not. That one seems... just... a Mickey Finn. You gave me a Mickey martini.
I think it's kind of appropriate. Dope for a dope?
You...
Morning, Mr. King. How you feeling?
Awful. Take those panel beaters out of my head. Hey, in this bed, it's moving.
It's not a bed, Mr. King. It's a bunk.
What?
And the reason it's moving is because we're at sea.
At sea?
That's right, Mr. King.
Hey, who are you?
My name's Harris. I'm the skipper of this yacht.
Shanghaied. I'm being...
taken for a little cruise to the Caribbean.
Hey, now wait a minute,
I'm
Harris.
afraid we can't, Mr. King. We've been underway now for some hours.
Oh. Well, what's the idea?
Simply that the owner of this yacht feels that 10 days in the Caribbean would do you a lot of good.
Well, who's the owner?
I'm not at liberty to tell you that, I'm afraid.
Hey, but I don't want to spend 10 days in the Caribbean.
I'm sorry about that. But you don't seem to have any choice, do you?
Welcome back. These stories really seem to be, Carter Brown stories do seem to be getting stronger as they go on. High Sky Hoodoo, I thought, was good, with a pretty good twist. This one here really starts off with some of the snappiest dialogue we've heard in the Carter Brown stories. They've got a pretty good, line of patter here going for the detective. So I'm enjoying this one. This was a good beginning for Crime for a King, and we'll continue next week. I do want to let you know that in 4 weeks, we're going to start another in place of Carter Brown. We will once again pause that to begin playing an American 15-minute radio series called Dr. Tim Detective. The reason for that is we have a couple of lost episodes coming up pretty quickly, and so we won't have 4 straight weeks without a lost episode. Ergo, we don't want to have a Carter Brown serial that requires 4 straight weeks. So we'll bring you Dr. Tim Detective, and then we should get back into the last 3 of the Carter Brown series. All right, now, as promised, off to listener comments and feedback. Laura says, for the Carter Brown series, are the shows all recorded in Australia? Are all the actors in Australia Australian? Did they use American actors when they could find them? In answer to your question, Laura, for the Carter Brown mysteries, they were all recorded in Australia. Whether there were any American actors, I'll give you the honest answer, I do not know. The big challenge with with American actors, it would be kind of hard to come to Sydney just for radio work. And there's no American actor I'm familiar with who is famous for appearing in Australian radio. There were foreigners people who were not Australians who did appear in Australian radio dramas. Probably the most famous was Bruce Stewart, who played in the definitive, or best known of the original Australian radio serials as Gregory Kane. And Stewart was actually from New Zealand and would later go on to work in London. But any notable Americans, I don't know. And part of the point of Australian radio and the focus of this was to was to make sure that Australian culture, wasn't just totally supplanted by imports. So there may have been Americans worked in it in the program. I don't have enough information to say, but thanks so much for the question, and I hope I at least shared some meanderings. Okay, on to some other listener comments. Elaine emails in and says, please tell me where Adam Graham grew up, and please tell me which states he's lived in. I'm fascinated by his unique American accent. I study regionalisms in language and am anxious to pinpoint his accent. Thank you very kindly, from Elaine. Well, I sent Elaine back a response, and I'll share just in general without having to detail all the specific cities. It would probably be easiest to summarize that I grew up primarily in western Washington State, kind of Everett, Marysville area, and western Montana, particularly northwest part, but also spent quite a few months in Denver, Phoenix, Salem, and then there was one summer I spent down south. I've not yet heard back from her, but I will let you know when I do. And then have a couple comments regarding Miss Pinkerton Incorporated. Cheryl says more episodes would be great. Love the first episode. And Kathy says, love those two together in movies. Too bad there aren't more episodes of this radio series. I definitely agree. And the 1941 radio series, this is, I think, did run the whole summer, so there's always a possibility. And then we finally we have a review on iTunes. This one was on the video theater link. Love the show, would recommend it to anyone. Love following the progression of shows over time. I think that was probably more in regards to the general series, but thanks so much. Actually, that's the first written review we've had on video theater, so I truly do appreciate that. Well, that will do it for today. Join us back here next Monday when we continue on with yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Our listener support campaign will be getting into gear. We'll be getting into gear on Sunday as we'll do the first of our Play It Again Adam programs. But Monday we begin with our regular series, and then join us back here on Friday for the next part of A Crime for a King. Before we do get started, I want to let you know today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. You can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. And also coming up this weekend, on greatdetectives.net, on Friday, on Saturday, I'll take a look at the Mr. Malone books, in particular 2 that I've read over the past few months in preparation for the coming Mr. Malone series, which will be bringing in about 3 weeks on Tuesday. And then on Sunday, I'll post my review of the Tommy and Tuppence television series, Partners in Crime. And those are available at greatdetectives.net, and you can subscribe to them and have them automatically set to your Kindle, and you can try that particular feature out for free for 2 weeks from the Kindle store. Well, now it's time for today's episode of The Great Detectives of Old Time Radio and of the lineup. Today's show is called The Bakery Bandit's Bad Blooper. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, by transcription, we take you now behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is the lineup.
Hi, Ben.
No, Quinn.
Your witness is right over there in the first row.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Say, have you got your car with you?
Yeah, why?
Oh, mine's in the shop. I thought maybe you'd give me a lift home.
Well, I gotta wait for Pete, but you're welcome if you want to stick around.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you later. Then.
Yeah, see you later. Oh, Miss Green.
Oh, hello, Lieutenant.
Been here long?
Do you think you have the man?
Well, I don't know. If you see anybody that looks familiar at all, I want you to speak up.
Will there be many people to choose from?
There'll be quite a few.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please?
That's Sergeant Carter.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Carger, Sergeant Pete Carger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their name, and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. Questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers as they often lie. Okay, bring on the line. All right, keep it moving right over the end of the stage. Okay, now turn and face front. Hands at your sides. Number 3, take your hands out of your pockets. Now, when you answer my questions, talk up so the people in the back of the room can hear what you have to say. Okay, Leroy Morris, open charge. Step out, Leroy. Where do you live?
237 and 1/4, North Jefferson.
Is that a house?
Oh, it's a hotel. The Jefferson Arms is a hotel.
Where do you work?
Well, I'm not working.
How long since you had a job?
Well, I guess about 3 months.
Where'd you work in your last job?
The Berkshire Baker.
He's too small.
You
His
own a
leg's
car?
too small.
No.
When you worked at the bakery, Leroy?
The Berkshire Baker.
Yeah. You work at the main plant?
Yes.
What was your job?
I cleaned up.
Janitor?
Well, I guess you could call it that.
What would you call it?
A cleanup man.
Okay, Leroy, step back. Number 2, James Hamilton, open charge.
He's about the
Where do
right
you live?
size.
9078 East Waterfield.
But that doesn't sound like his voice.
And the partner?
Sure.
Yeah.
What's your business?
Handyman.
Afraid I don't know what a handyman is, Jim.
You don't?
Why don't you tell me?
No, that's not his voice. The other one was much higher.
Well, he could have raised it.
Yes, I guess he could.
Sergeant Carger,
Yes, Lieutenant.
have the suspect raise his voice. Talk higher.
Raise your voice, Jim.
Higher?
Yeah, higher.
Like this?
Higher.
Higher, Sergeant.
Higher, Jim.
How's this?
Well, that's more like it.
Now say something.
What do you want me to say? I feel silly.
State your name and address again.
James Hamilton, 9078 East Waterfield Street.
That's not the man, Lieutenant.
Okay, Sergeant.
That's fine, Jim.
Is that all?
You can speak naturally.
I hope I still can.
Step back, Jim.
I'm a soprano.
All right, step back.
Okay.
Number 3, William O'Brien, Grand Theft Auto. Come on, step out. Take your hands out of your pockets. Where do you live, Bill?
211 South Juanita.
Where's that?
That's a new development over near Marview.
He's not the one.
That's
He's
the
too short and
New Veterans Development, isn't it, Bill?
Yes, sir.
What's your business?
Carpenter. I've never been arrested before.
Just answer the question.
I'm sorry.
You employed?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Clearfield Construction Company.
Anyone with you when you were arrested?
No, sir.
What kind of a car was it?
It's a foreign car, huh? I don't know what kind it was. I'd been drinking.
You drank much?
Well, not much. Had a fight with my wife. Oh, I'm sorry.
For what?
You're supposed to answer the question.
You had a fight with your wife?
Yes, sir.
You got drunk?
I sure did.
Then what'd you do?
Well, I don't remember much. I guess I just got in the car and drove it off. Guess I was feeling sorry for myself and just wanted something to happen.
It happened?
Yes, sir. It sure did.
How long you been married?
3 months since I got back from overseas.
Where overseas, Bill?
Korea.
You didn't hold up a bakery while you were feeling sorry for yourself, did you?
Hold up a bakery? I sure didn't, honest.
Okay, step back, Bill.
I'm sure he isn't the one.
No, I'm sure he isn't either.
Hi.
Hi, Pete. Want some coffee?
Yeah. No identifications, huh?
No. How's Miss Green going to identify anybody who walked into a store with a silk stocking over his head?
Pretty tough. You ever try it?
I've seen it. Here.
Oh, thanks. Sure can change your face in a hurry.
Yeah. You know, whoever this guy is, he's smart. He's done all 3 jobs on Monday morning.
That's smart.
Well, he gets the take for 2 full days. These bakeries are open on Sunday.
Sounds like he might have worked for the bakery.
Yeah. Or knows somebody who works for him. He wouldn't know how to find those floor safes unless he was well informed.
About 6'1".
Yeah.
Weight around 180.
Mm-hmm.
Wears brown hat and leather jacket.
And a silk stocking over his face.
Hey, that's good coffee.
Carries a gun, revolver. And I hope we get him before someone scares him and he starts using it.
You got the rest of the bakeries staked out?
Yeah. Our men will cover from Sunday night till Tuesday morning. Can't spare them any longer than that. Guthrie.
That's Klein, Ben. Silk stocking boy at the Excelsior Bakery and shot a guy.
Kill him?
Don't know yet. Waiting for the ambulance.
Excelsior Bakery, huh? Okay, Pete and I'll take it.
Something hot?
The guy with the silk stocking just held up another bakery, shot someone.
Ben.
Yeah?
This isn't Monday. Ambulance is here.
Yeah. There's Quine.
Hi, Ben. Pete.
Any witnesses?
Just the girl in the store.
Who's the man?
Checker for the bakery, just making the rounds.
Talk to the girl yet?
No, I've been too busy getting you in the ambulance down here.
Well, let's see what she has to say.
Miss Beatty?
How is he, Sergeant?
Take him to the hospital. We'll know more after he gets here. This is Lieutenant Guthrie and Sergeant Carter. They'd like to ask you some questions.
I hope I can help.
Did you get a good look at the man, Miss Beatty?
A good look? Yes, it was horrible. He looked like... Well, I can't describe it. His face was all pushed out of shape under his silk stocking.
Same guy.
How did it happen?
It all started after I'd given him the money.
He made you open the safe?
Yes, the floor safe. He made me go into the back of the store with him. I was scared stiff. Well, we got into the storeroom and he made me open the safe. Then he told me to put all the money into the bread bag. I did it as fast as I could. I just wanted him to leave, get out of the shop.
Mm-hmm. And what happened then?
Then he made me lie down on the floor. Just as I'd done what he said, the bell on the front door rang. It was the checker from the bakery, Mr. Burns.
Go ahead.
Well, the bell rang and this robber made me get up and go out to see who it was. He told me to wait on them as though nothing had happened. Said he'd have his gun on me, not to make any slips. I've never been so scared in my life.
How did he know it was Mr. Burns?
How did he know? Well, I guess when I started talking to him, Mr. Burns, that is, I almost fainted when I saw who it was.
Did you try to warn him?
Mr. Burns? No, I was so scared that I just stood there. I'd only done something.
Well, now, just relax. Try to take it easy and take your time.
Yes, sir. I knew that Mr. Burns had come to check the store, and they'd go into the back of the store. All I could do was stand there. I tried to talk, but nothing would come out. Finally, I asked Mr. Burns to go away and come back later.
And what did Mr. Burns do?
We just laughed and made a joke about my having a boyfriend in the back of the store. The robber must have gotten scared when Mr. Burns laughed, because that's when he... Oh, my gosh, I'm getting the shakes. Look at me.
Here, sit down.
I'll be all right. It's funny. I was pretty good till I started telling you about it.
You want to tell us the rest?
Yeah, sure, I'll be all right. Well, Mr. Burns was still laughing when I heard the first shot. It all happened so fast, and I was so frightened.
Hey, You said first shot. How many shots were fired?
How many? Oh, 3, I think. I was looking at Mr. Burns when the first one hit him. He stopped laughing. I'll never forget his face.
Did he shoot at you?
I don't think so. He fired 2 more times, as I remember, and Mr. Burns spun around and fell on the counter. Right over there.
The doc found 3 holes in Burns.
Mm-hmm. And what happened then?
And then the man ran out the front door. I ran after him and yelled for the police.
The man on the street called in. That's when I got the call.
Miss Beatty, can you remember if the hold-up man touched anything? Or if there was any place where he might have left fingerprints?
Let me see. Oh, I don't think I'd remember if he did.
Get all the information on Miss Beatty. We want a statement.
Right.
I hope you catch him.
We will. This guy isn't going to be easy.
He'll slip. They always do.
Yeah? In the meantime, he's liable to fill up this hospital.
Well, there's the doc. Hope he has something good to say.
I hope so.
Hello, Guthrie. You look as tired as I feel.
Yeah, I'm tired, all right. How about Burns?
Can't tell yet. He's still out. Just wheeled him out of surgery. Took 3 slugs out of the center abdomen.
What were they?
Looked like 38s. Sent them over to Charlie in the lab.
I'll check.
They were steel jackets. Otherwise, Burns wouldn't have any stomach at all. Must have been fired at close range. Powder burns on his shirt.
According to the witness, he was about 10 feet away.
I sent the clothes down to Charlie in the lab.
Charlie's going to be tired, too.
Have any leads on who did it?
No, a thing.
What does he look like?
You ever see a man with a silk stocking pulled over his head?
Oh, you're kidding.
Not a bit. Makes identification almost impossible.
Silk stocking, huh?
Thinking about trying it?
Might not be a bad idea when I want to sneak out of the house. I'll take care of yourself, then. Get some sleep.
I'll try.
Send you over some vitamins.
Thanks.
Don't mention.
Nice guy.
Yeah. We think we've got a tough job.
He probably won't show himself for a while after using that gun.
He might. So far, he's been taking nothing but chances.
He sure crossed us up.
Pulling a job on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Pretty smart.
Yeah?
2 days take again.
How do you figure?
Bank holiday yesterday.
Hey, you're right. I'll be darned.
Now, let's see what the lab's got.
Hi, boys.
What have you got for us, Charlie?
Got these, 38s.
Uh-huh.
Find anything in the bakery? Yeah, nice little girl gave me some coffee cake to take home.
Anything official?
Nothing yet. The victim was shot from about 10 feet.
Yeah, we know that.
Hey, you want some coffee cake?
No, thanks.
You shouldn't be eating that stuff, Charlie. You're getting too heavy. I'm going to die if you're really worried.
Well, let's know if you find anything.
Don't I always?
Honest, Charlie. Can't stay healthy with all that weight.
My mental attitude. I escaped by feeding my neurosis on coffee cakes and bonbons.
Well, I'm going to stake those bakeries out on a 24-hour schedule if it's just one man. Yeah, what's up, Coin?
Man who got shot in the bakery, Mr. Burns.
Yeah, what about him?
Doc Gerson just called from the hospital. Burns died.
What about his family?
I'm going over there now.
Well, we got a killer to catch now.
Big Town is where mystery and action await you every week. CBS Radio's Big Town, Wednesday nights on most of these same stations, is where editor Steve Wilson and his staff of fighting newsmen and women come to grips with criminals and killers. And there's action-packed listening every minute. Don't miss the latest Big Mystery Extra in Big Town.
It says here that meat's going up another 4 cents.
Yeah?
Remember when you could get a hamburger for 15?
Yeah. Maybe we should be vegetarians, huh?
Vegetables are up, too.
Why don't you read the funnies?
I have.
Food keeps going up. We'll have to give up eating.
Sure. I can just see you.
That say anything about Burns getting shot?
Yeah. Silk stocking killer.
That'll sell papers.
Police baffled.
Always we're baffled. Why don't they say anything about the ones we wrap up in a hurry? Police not baffled.
Well, come on, don't hog it.
All right, here. Read the funnies.
Better than this menu.
What's the matter with the menu?
You read it lately?
I make it up.
I didn't think it looked real.
Jokes. Here. 2 hamburger steaks in a hurry.
I'd sure hate to wait around when you were taking your time.
How do you put up with him, Lieutenant?
Ignore him.
Benny, I really love you.
Well, then lay off.
It's your food I'm mad at.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I hate to bust this up. All right, then don't. Some guy just called in. Yeah? He was out walking his dog, saw a guy bury a sack, dug up the sack, and found it full of money.
We're on the bakery job.
Yeah, well, that's what this is all about. What do you mean? The bag the money was in came from the Berkshire Bakery.
What's the man's name?
Davis. Arthur Davis.
Quiet, William, quiet. Yes? Oh, stop it, will you? Get back there.
Mr. Davis?
Yes, what is it?
We're police officers, Mr. Davis.
Oh, come in.
Thank you. This is
I thought
Sergeant...
you were coming right over. I called a good 15 minutes ago. Thought you'd be right over here.
Well, we were having...
The money's in the other room in the sack. William! Oh, now what's the matter with you? You like policemen? I guess you don't like policemen.
I guess not.
I guess he ain't a police dog. Oh, there's the money.
Do you mind telling us how you found it?
Well, I dug it up. I told one of your men on the phone. Didn't he tell you?
Well, he was a little vague. He just said...
I saw some fella burying it. I was out walking with him. Oh, now, William. I was out walking him, and I saw this fella burying something. What do you fellas call yourselves?
Well, I'm Guthrie.
Davis, Arthur Davis.
Now, how do you do?
That's William. Oh, he's quite a dog.
I'm sure he is.
I saw this fella out burying something, and he was looking mighty suspicious. Oh, yes, he was looking around like he was expecting to see a ghost or something.
Do you think you'd recognize him again, Mr. Davis?
Recognize? Oh, no. It was way too dark.
Well, didn't he see you?
Well, how could he?
Well, if you saw him...
Well, I was on the road above him. He couldn't see me, but I could sure see him. And William, he didn't open his mouth, not once. He's a good dog.
You mind if I look at the bag, please?
Oh, go ahead, yes. $432. That's what I found, and that's what you got.
Would you mind showing us where you found this, Mr. Davis?
Why, certainly. $432. I didn't touch a bit of it. Come on, William. Let's show the fellas where we found the... Oh, excuse me.
Phew. Yeah.
Hello? What's that? Who? No, my name is Davis. Guthrie.
Must be quiet.
No. This is Davis.
That's for me, Mr. Davis.
Oh, yes, wait a minute. Why didn't you say who you wanted? You asked for some fellow named Guthrie.
Well, I'm Guthrie. I told my office to...
William, now
Guthrie.
you just shut up now. You know, it's not polite to make all this racket when someone's trying to talk on the telephone.
Where?
Now, if I've told you one time, I've told you 1,000.
Okay. I'll get right over.
Yeah, nice boy.
Yeah. Boy with a silk stocking.
Boy with a silk stocking.
Now, the bakery? Yeah. You stay here with Mr. Davis.
Well, ain't you going to come along while I show you?
Well, you show Sergeant Carger.
Who?
I'm Carger.
Oh, well, surely. Come along. I'll show you. Yes, you can come, will you?
After he shows you, send him back to the house. Quine said our boy's wounded, so maybe he'll come back to dig up with the money. Right.
You fellas coming? I want to leave this door open, you know.
Be right there, Mr. Davis.
Oh, hold your horses, will you, boy?
Good luck. Thanks a lot.
Not far, no. Just up ahead, and then you turn right. Just up ahead.
All right, Mr. Davis.
I left Sergeant, what's his name?
Carger.
I left him up there. Oh, it's cold up there. Turn right. Better slow down now. Wish you'd let me take William with me. He won't like me going out without... Stop right here. Yeah. That, what's his name? He should be around here sometime.
Hey, Pete.
Now, the place where he buried the money's right down below the road.
You don't have to get out, Mr. Davis.
Well, don't you want me to show you where?
Well, you showed Sergeant Carger, didn't you?
Well, sure I showed him.
Well, then you better go back to your house.
Oh, I wanted to stick around for the fireworks.
Take him back, Quine. Right.
Well, look, I showed you where I dug up the money.
I'm sorry, Mr. Davis. Come right back, Quine. Give us a whistle. Right.
Oh, boy, I don't think that's very nice of you. I can't get the money in there.
There's a character. Now, where's the spot?
Oh, off the road and down the hill. Watch your step, though. Kind of steep.
Yeah, kind of.
Right over here. Over here. What was doing at the bakery?
It was small stakeout. A boy with a silk stocking came in and small covered him.
Here's the spot.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you're back here, a man must have gotten away.
Yeah. Let's get out of sight. I'll tell you about it.
Trees over there, pretty good.
Right. Small and the suspect shouted out. Small hit him, but doesn't know how bad. Chased him, but there was a lot of traffic in that district.
Yeah, how's this?
Okay. Which way does Stocking Face come up here?
Davis didn't see him come up, but he says he left down that way. There's a golf course over there. Must have come through it.
Well, if he's not hurt too badly, he may come looking for his money.
And if he is hurt badly, he might save us some trouble.
Bled a lot. We're pretty sure he had a car parked over on Adams. A couple of people saw a man run up to a car and take off. They all said it looked like he was hurt.
Any license number?
No. The guy sure got a lot of nerve.
Pressed his luck too far this time. After killing Burns, you'd think he'd stay low for a while.
You'd think so.
Well, no telling about some people.
Wish I'd brought a heavy coat.
Wish you'd brought two. Wang ought to be back.
Yeah, I think I hear a car.
Yeah. He's stopping down the hill.
It might not be Quine.
Yeah. It's Quine.
Give him a flashlight light. I flash it again. Keep coming.
Watch your step.
I parked the car down the hill. Yeah, we heard you. It's off the road in case he comes up that way. He came through the golf course last time. Over that way.
Ooh, cold. Sure is. What time is it?
Yeah, about 9:30. Golf course, huh? Yeah. You play? Yeah, not for a long time. Used to be pretty good.
I never could get interested in that game.
Oh, it's a great game.
Look, I pounded a beat for a lot of years. Not enough walking.
Oh, it's great exercise.
This is all the exercise I'll ever want. Boy, I'm freezing. Ben?
Yeah?
No, I don't think he's in the show.
Hey, I just thought of something. What? Funny if they already got it. Well, I told them where we were. They'd let us know.
I'll bet you a good dinner.
Hold it. You hear it?
No.
I didn't hear anything, Doc.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a dog or something.
That's no dog.
Keep it down.
You see him?
No. There he is. Wait till he goes over to the hole. He's holding his shoulder. He's hurt.
He's our boy.
Let him get to the hole.
What's with that dog?
Yeah, sounds like it's coming up here.
William!
Oh, no.
William! Come back here!
Look out, a man's running. Stop! Stop or I'll shoot! Look out, Ben! He's down. Everybody okay? Yeah. Get up, William. Now, let's take a look.
William! William! Are you all right?
That crazy nut.
William!
Stay where you are, Davis.
William, get out.
Yeah.
Is that the fella, huh?
How about it, Quine? He's dead.
Oh, shame on you, William. You little dog, you.
Mr. Davis.
Yeah?
Come here.
Well, sure.
Take it easy, Pete.
What do you want? Is that dog got a license? Huh?
The lineup, where before you passed the innocent,
the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. Listen again next week when we again bring you The Lineup.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Cogger, Sergeant Pete Cogger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their name, and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. At the end of each line, when I ask for questions or identifications, call out the number. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. The officers will remain in the suspect.
The Lineup, starring Bill Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie, was written by Blake Edwards and Robert Wells, with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Jack Moyles as Sergeant Pete Cogger, with Joel Samuels, Virginia Gregg, Howard McNear, Harry Lang, Jim Backus, and Dave Light. The Lineup was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. Approximately 228,000 crippled children and adults were served by Easter Seals during 1951. How? Through 2,000 affiliated societies in every state, the District of Columbia, and in Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico. These societies provided medical care, therapy, home teaching, camping, and workshops. They established employment services, cerebral palsy centers, and rehabilitation centers for persons of all races and creeds. Still, there remain in this country thousands of crippled children who need care. You can help reach more of them by contributing generously to Easter Seals. If you know a crippled child or adult who needs help, call the Crippled Children's Society in your county. Remember, to help crippled children and adults, contribute generously to your Easter Seals Society. Give to Easter Seals and support this work. Lineup will be heard 25 minutes earlier. Be sure to listen to The Lineup next week, April 1st, immediately following Life with Luigi and The Luella Parsons Show. That's next week, April 1st. Take one healthy jigger of jollity, add a heaping round of madness, mix in liberal portions of Willie Lump Lump, Deadeye, The Mean Little Kid, and other assorted creations from Red Skelton's Scrapbook of Satire, and you have the complete recipe for CBS Radio's one and only Red Skelton Show on Wednesday night. If it's fun you're after, don't miss Red Skelton every Wednesday night over most of these same CBS radio stations. Dan Coverly speaking. And remember, Wednesday night is Bing Crosby night on the CBS Radio Network.
Welcome back. Well, I guess we get a reminder here of just how important Howard McNear was as a radio actor. We hear him actually on 2 consecutive days, one an episode of Johnny Dollar, and the other an episode of The Lineup. In each episode, he provides a key clue to catching a murderer. And we've, of course, if you listened to the show for a while, heard Howard McNear in a lot of these roles, particularly Let George Do It really stands out as one he did a lot of these voices on. But here played a far more crucial role. In this case, results in the shooting of the suspect. If anything, I thought the police's reaction here was a bit understated. Because, you know, there's a lot that goes into what happens to a police officer when he kills someone in the line of duty, in terms of paperwork, but and in terms of emotional as well. They were more minorly annoyed than anything else. At least that was what portrayed. So if anything, the reaction in the end was kind of mild. Another highlight of this episode is Jack Moyles. Jack Moyles, and his voice to me as I was listening to this sounded very different from the one that I most commonly hear. He was the star of Rocky Jordan, one of the better radio detective shows. And hear that voice seemed a little bit different, more suited, I guess, to the character. I think throughout here, they did a good job, I think, of just the casual banter between the police officers, and in some case, other people outside the force. I love that line when he was in the restaurant, and he said, I love you, it's your food I don't like. Great line. And of course, some highlights, there were some interesting ads. Live with Luigi, of course. I think I've mentioned that before. One of my favorite old-time radio comedies, you know, just wonderfully patriotic and idealistic. And of course, there was an ad for Big Town, which in the beginning, Edward G. Robinson, though the show would make several changes as Robinson's career began to become so big and he became so expensive, radio couldn't afford him. Well, that will actually do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with our first of the Play It Again Adam specials. And I think it's one you will enjoy. And then we begin our listener support campaign next week. And hopefully we'll have details up for you at support.greatdetectives.net. Thanks so much for listening. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.